Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sacred Streaming. Are you good, Colin? You're giving me a tense look. I like the happy look. I kind of miss it now. There we go. Good. What's up?
It's good to see you guys. Jaffe on Sacred Symbols Plus the other day was like, "We should do a live call-in show. We should do it," and then everything went. That was God. That was God trying to tell us.
I think your resistance to the live call-in show, I find your lack of faith troubling. I think this is going to be the best streaming show you've ever done. I think the kids are going to love it. Although I already see some people in the chat. I'm trying not to look at the chat. I'm going to be good. I'm going to let Dustin run the text chat because my proclivity, Colin Moriarty, is to look at it and go after assholes. And I really don't want to do that. I want to talk games today with you fine gents. I want to have a nice conversation, and I want to be wholesome, religious people like we are.
You get rage baited like Dustin. Dustin gets rage baited all the
I
time.
get rage baited all the time. And because the thing is, sometimes it's true. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's the best kind of. I mean, I'm just so used. Well, you are too. I mean, Jaffe, like, I'm so used to reading horrible things about me. I'm kind of almost nonplussed by it at this point. It's like, oh man.
It doesn't bother me if it is something that is clearly a troll, but sometimes when it's something that I go, okay, I don't know if that's a troll and maybe they just don't understand. But regardless, though, how are you guys doing? Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, weekend was good. How are you? It's good to see you. It's good to see you, Dustin.
Hello.
Dustin was. I think Dustin stress was bubbling.
Oh, stress was at 90.
Yeah,
we're down a little bit because the stream is running.
You mean stress because we couldn't get my camera working?
Yeah, it could get your camera going.
Oh yeah,
but
it turned out Colin solved it.
I did weirdly solve it, which is
yeah.
I didn't really solve it. I solved it in the Colin way, which is like use a different browser,
and that worked perfect. We were trying all kinds of hard.
Use Edge.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm using. Some Microsoft fucking thing that might be called Edge. I don't know. I have no idea.
Previously, MSIE greatest.
You don't watch the wrestling, dude. You watch the Royal Rumble this weekend or not?
No, I did. That was it in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, no, not cool. And you know what's really fascinating about it being in Saudi Arabia is it really does shine a light on the women's division because they have to be totally covered other than their heads.
Really? Wait, the women wrestling do?
The women wrestling, yeah. So it's like they're wearing, you can see their faces. They're not wearing burqas, and you have their hands and stuff, but you don't see any skin pretty much other than that. And it's like athletic wear. And it shines a light on the fact that because I like the women's wrestling usually the most, and sometimes it's because the story's really good and it's better. The men's just kind of generic, but when you don't have the sex appeal of it really, and the wrestling itself isn't very good. You're just kind of like, what am I watching? This is so stupid.
Dude, they literally sold out to the degree that they'll do their thing in Saudi Arabia and cover the women.
Yes. And it gets you thinking.
What a sellout loser organization they are. Yes. What a bunch of fucking losers.
Yeah, well, I guess they're making, video game people do it too, though, right? All these fucking gaming companies signing up with these guys.
Well, yes, Savvy Games Group. I talk shit about them all the time.
Yeah.
So,
but it was interesting because you watch it and you go, okay, I didn't see any. There were a few women in the audience, but for the most part, it was dudes. And you go, okay, so let's say and again, I don't understand. I don't want to mock anybody's culture. Maybe I do. I don't know. We'll find out.
I'll mock the shit out of that culture.
What I'll say about it
that does that to women
is, can you imagine being a guy, and if you have been following whatever the rules are, like, I don't know how open their internet is. My guess is it's not very open. I don't know how much porn they see, but if the first night you actually see a naked woman is your wedding night, you're going to be miserable. You're going to just be like, I came in 2 seconds. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm looking at. Right. I mean, can you imagine how unsatisfying that wedding night would be?
Yeah. I mean, on one hand, it all leads to that. On the other hand, yeah, it's a lot of pressure. It's like, and it's that level of, I'm sorry, but like that level of what do you call it? Sexual repression is not worthy of sex itself. Like, in other words, it suggests that sex is like this. Oh my God. It's like everything's leading to this. I actually think it probably leads to a lot of disappointment, being like, yeah, that was fun. This is like what we spent our whole life kind of circumnavigating.
Right. And you get there and you're like, man, you know, it was okay. I mean, most people's first time is not great, right? And so I don't know, man. Dustin, you'll know when you have sex, Dustin. It's the first time is kind of is
Well, Jaffe, I was gonna say, me and you, we're the only ones that have some kind of proof that we've had sex.
Yes, that's true.
So,
Well,
just
that's
saying.
true. Just saying.
Hmm.
You mean the babbies?
Babies. Yep,
The babbies, yeah.
babies. So
I didn't say that, Colin, because for all I know, Colin's trying. You know,
I am trying for sure.
Yeah. Now you're
It just
using
hasn't
you
worked out
going in
for
the
me.
right hole.
Well, there's a lot of right holes.
Well, for the baby, there's only
Yeah,
one
oh,
right
for the baby,
hole.
there's
The
one.
baby,
Hole. Yeah,
there's
we there's
I mean, there
a
might be
few holes.
I don't know. I haven't tried the ears before.
first
But
time
no,
for
I've never
everything,
had
Jaffe.
I've never had sex actually. So
Oh, okay, yeah, it's interesting. You'll enjoy it. But anyway, I don't like the vibe of this show right now.
why
Whoa.
not?
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like
Why not?
how Dustin still seems a little stressed, and
Yeah, he
Colin,
does.
what's going on, Colin?
No, oh, nothing's going on. I'm
Are we having a good Monday?
Oh yeah, I'm rested. I went to bed at a reasonable hour.
Okay.
I never look rested, but I am rested.
Okay.
And yeah, no, everything's fine. It's
I-
actually above freezing for the first time today in 8 days.
That's nice. Okay.
And so I woke up this morning, like 15 minutes before my alarm was going to go off, crashing noise. And I was like, oh, I thought it was thundering.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I was like, flipping. I'm like, oh, and then I was like, oh, it's the ice and all that shit falling off of the roof onto another
Oh,
roof.
I'm so jealous, though. I know it sounds ridiculous, but we get no weather at all. And I will tell you, if we pivot to games, if that's okay for a moment.
Oh, please. I mean, that's what we're here for.
I'm finally getting around. I mean, finally, it's not like it's been out for 2 years, but I'm finally getting around to Ghost of Yote. And boy, I'll tell you, I mean, there's so many things I have to say about this game that I'm sure you guys have already said. I'm sure you guys did a spoiler cast and all that on it, but I think it is my favorite action adventure game of all time. Other than the opening that I think was pretty poor, I just think it is. I mean, it's the fantasy of a game I had when I was a kid, right? And I'm playing this game, and I'm just like, looking at all the weather in the game and stuff, and I'm like, this would be such a cool game to have played when I was a kid, like in September, October, when the leaves are changing and it's getting cold, and but it's like 85 degrees out here in San Diego and stuff. So I really do miss that, but I get to kind of live it vicariously in that game. I assume you guys played the game and loved the game, right? I mean,
yeah, I platinumed it.
Yeah. I mean, I like it much better than I love Tsushima, but I like this better.
I think Tsushima was a good like second tier Sony game. I think that this is a much better game in every way. Actually.
I agree. And it did make me think about that debate you had, quote, debate with that Smash guy, because as I'm playing this and, whatever his problems are as a human being or his problems, but when I think about the number of people that literally are kind of turned off, it's like the Atsu, who's the main character, she's fucking awesome in this
Yeah,
game.
she's kind of hot. I mean,
Yeah,
I was saying that to Micah even when I was playing, and I'm like, what? That's why I kept making the joke on the show. I'm like, stop being like, why are you gay? Like you look at this and you're like, look at this abysmal, ugly troglodyte.
Right.
Like, what? What? Like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Right. And I'm just like, okay, not only are you missing that part of it, you're missing the fact that like a lot of these guys will be like, an Alien, it wasn't DEI. Like, dude, this is like Alien. This doesn't feel forced in. This doesn't feel fake. She's a cool character. She's really badass. She's got a great story. And on top of all of it, it just shines such a light on why sequels are so important, because what I will say that I love the most about this game, Colin Moriarty, is this. It is the fact that I am playing it, and so far, and I'm about 27 hours in. I don't know, if they drop the ball, but that far into this game, I'm still getting around every corner handcrafted shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't feel like Spider-Man, which I enjoyed, where there's like 10 modular missions and they just they add a little bit of a twist, but it's still an escort mission, this, that, and the other. They're doing things like that, but the narrative of it, like everything from like, I went to capture a bounty and the bounty guy's like, okay, you can capture me, or I'm staking out this fort. You want to go into this fort with me? and steal money. And it's like it's just like the plot changes. Or now there's a whole like fucking horror section, right? Where you're going after the armor of the spider, whatever the fuck it's called.
Right.
And you're going through the fucking forest and it's like horror and people are popping out at you. And I'm like, you know, they have the time now just to focus on content and not the core systems and the technology. And you end up with this thing that feels like you're really living in this world. I just can't say enough great things about it. I'll call Sony out on a bunch of the bullshit they do, and they do a lot of bullshit, but this fucking game, I really do think is quite staggering. People in the chat are saying Dustin didn't like it. What didn't you like about it?
It's just not my kind of game. Like
you don't like women? Are you
I don't like women. I don't like Japan. The Japanese specifically, you know, swords,
yeah.
Mountains.
No, the issue, I think
do you resent it when Japanese women are drawn in any way other than anime? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I can't deal with the realism, dude.
I understand.
I need them big eyes and big old breasts.
The vagina smelling, the strawberry smelling vagina.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
Man.
Yes.
I was like, vagina smelling. No.
Yeah.
Why'd you say that?
Why'd you say that? My
hey boy, you want to go here and sniff this vagina?
Oh no.
Well, we got a couple of horses over here, and we got some vaginas you can sniff, Dustin. Whatever you need, buddy.
That's right. I don't need to play. I just need to sniff. I'm one of them guys.
So you just what didn't you really like about it?
When I was playing through the campaign, the issue that I had was it felt like the structure of every mission was exactly the same. It's like, go meet this person, then have a walk and talk, then maybe climb up a mountain, you know, kind of infiltrate an area, have a battle, and then it's all resolved. Do that exact same process, however many story missions there are for the most part.
That is so fascinating because I am so sensitive to that. And I get the opposite of that. I feel like, but that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed playing it. I was done with it by the end. And something Colin and I have talked about is that I don't really enjoy open world games is the conclusion. Like I don't like Assassin's Creed or Far Cry. There are open world games I like Elden Ring, of course, and Tears of the Kingdom. But I've kind of just gotten, I'm over it, I think.
I would agree. I mean, I do like open world games more as I get older, but I do think they've done such a good job in this game with the SSD and the fast travel that it doesn't feel like a lot of open world games are just like, oh, I got to go all the way back just to upgrade this. And this is just like, go to the map, boom, you're there. And at first when they introduced that, I felt like I was going to be like, I'm not going to like this because it almost feels like one of those, you know, Darkest Dungeon games where you go to the main menu and it's like, I'll go to the tavern or I'll go to the, and you don't really feel like you're living in it. But the world opens up so much that I think the balance between, you know, jump cutting to locations on the map far away and actually riding there is a pretty good balance. But man, that's fascinating though. Cause I think they solved all those problems that you have. Isn't that fucking weird? That's why I don't even know how I ever made video games because the fact that two people can have such different opinions about something. As a designer, I'd be sitting there going, if I'm listening to a focus test of you and me and I'm working on Yoti, I'd be like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I have no idea who to listen to, right? Because it's weird.
I was going to say, Jaffe, one of the things you said I love that is funny, that is interesting, that I've imbibed since the PS5 came out is the sense of quick travel, but earning it with load screens, if that makes any sense. Like it was easy, but it wasn't that easy. You still had to wait. You got to like encyclopedically know everything on the that was on the load screen, all the different text it would say and all the tips it would give you.
I mean, SSD games.
Right. Well, that now I'm saying now it's like it happens so instantaneously that it does feel cheapened. In other words, like that you are like just that act of having to wait made it feel like you were punitively penalized for doing it.
It is a very interesting. It is a very interesting point because there's all these things that affect the game design that aren't really part of game design that I don't think the only thing I can think of that we ever took that into account. I mean, certainly we took it into account with God of War because we wanted no loading because we said we want it to feel like an adventure and that would keep you immersed. I know in racing games, like in Twisted Metal, I hated the fact that when you died, we had to do a load, but they were just kind of like, the problem is, you know, if we we have to dump a bunch of stuff we're not using. Otherwise we're going to be going at like 2 frames a second, right? Back in the day. So, but I hadn't thought about it that way, that it really does, you know, integrate itself into the user experience. And I think that's good or bad. I would have never become a fan of Souls games if it wasn't for the SSD on Demon Souls remake, because I died all the time in that game. And if I would have had to sit there and wait for 30, 40 seconds, I would have been, fuck this shit, I'm out. But the fact that it was like a blink and you're back at the fountain at the beginning, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll keep going.
It's funny because it was Miles Morales, I guess, was the first game I played on PS5, and I think in that game, and I think when they re-released Spider-Man, which was part of that whole thing,
yeah,
on PS5, there's like the subway scenes that happen when you fast travel, and they're not important. But they give you a feeling of
kind of close up, and
right, exactly, and it gives you a feeling that like he's part of the community, and they kind of expect, or they like are not that surprised to see him, and all of the rest. And then there's an option in those games on PS5 to turn those scenes on, even though they're not necessary, I guess, to add to the level of immersion, because presumably when they were playtesting it, there was like something that could be missing here for someone. In other words, the technological advancement and convenience of all of this is like Fallout 3 was like, would have been, you can play it without fast traveling, but like, why would you ever do that?
Right.
But that is a very immersive way to play, is without fast traveling. I'm just fascinated by technology.
Dragon's Dogma 2 did that as well. Dragon's Dogma 2 intentionally, other than I think they were a certain kind of crystal you could collect, the vast majority of that game, the designer said, he's like, I want to make the journey from A to B interesting enough, right, that I'm not going to give you fast travel. I mean, that was at least the lip service. Whether it was a technical reason or not, I don't know. I enjoyed that game a lot. And I didn't feel like I integrated the fact that I'm going to have to be walking back to the castle, for example, as part of it. But in Yote, I didn't think I was going to like it at first. But like I said, something happened, and it may have just been the map opens up to such a degree that I eventually was just like, oh, this is so good. Or even having the travelers come to your camp. The fact that I finally picked up enough bamboo and I sit at my camp, and now the armorer will approach if I want him to. I don't have to go to him. He'll come to me, you know? So there's just, I actually thought they did some really good stuff with the open world. I love it. I mean, my favorite game of last year is still Silent Hill F, but this is definitely my favorite action adventure game of all time. I think it's phenomenal.
I was surprised by it. I was truly surprised. I thought, I was like, yeah, I'll like it. Like Ghost of Tsushima is fine. Like, I think it's a good game. I do think this should be the end of this now, and they need to go do something else. But I'm glad, to your point about sequels, I'm glad that they got a chance to kind of explore, flex their muscles, and take some time with it and do it. And I'll say this about the game: what I walk away from Yote most about it, the combat's awesome, obviously, but it is maybe the most beautiful game I've ever seen, and it constantly, on a constant basis, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
It's incredible. It's absolutely, I mean, I don't know, man. There's just something about Sony first party games.
It's really funny when you go back to these grifters that were shitting on it. I'm like, you know, I mean, we've already said as much. I don't want to belabor it, but it is amazing what people miss out on. Like, and maybe they're just, I don't mean the Smash guy, because I don't think he gives a shit about games, but his audience might really feel that this game is some sort of, Jaffe level of woke. And I'm like, dude, this ain't that at all.
Jaffe level of woke. That's a new standard.
Because I'm super fucking progressive, and I got no problem with that stuff, and I get that stuff. But this, and there are games you can paint with that brush. You can paint Dustborn with that brush. You can probably paint whatever that game is, Love and Bloom, or whatever that they came out with, the Nod people. But this is not that. This is a badass character. She's really well performed. She is kind of sexy, especially when she's facing off with the samurai or whoever, and then it gets to her close up and she has that little look, and you're like, I know what that look. Shut up, Colin Moriarty. I know what that look is. I adored it. Thought it was great. Anyway, so I'm playing that, playing Avowed. Finally got around to Avowed. I'm enjoying that a lot.
Oh boy. Yeah.
You don't like that game?
I don't. I think it looks like just slop, personally.
Have you played it?
Oh no, I'm just telling you. I think it reads to me like it's coming to PlayStation this month.
Yeah.
I am.
It's
No,
good.
I'm like, I don't care about this. This is like, if I want to play this kind of game, I'll play another game.
Like
You know, like I'll
Skyrim or
play,
something.
yeah, right, like something that I need to, or like Kingdom Come or something or whatever. I'm not going to play this.
Kingdom Come is very different though. Kingdom Come
Yeah,
I
that's
liked
true.
as well. I
Maiko's
really
a
liked.
huge fan of those. I mean, she loves those games. I did see that. I guess buried in like there's Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. I guess is going to get a native PS5 port, or at least
Yeah,
they.
I only played the second one though. I didn't play the first one.
Oh, okay, yeah. Micah played the first one. I watched her play it on Switch 1.
Oh Jesus, that must.
It
have
was
been
like
miserable.
I was like, even me, I'm
Disgusting.
not really that crazy about that shit, and even me, I'm like, God damn.
Right. It's a mobile game. What is this?
What have I been playing? You know what I've been playing?
Yeah.
Turok 1. Yeah.
The remaster or actually on the
No, not on N64. Yeah, the Night Dive remaster.
That's a really good game. It's a really good remaster.
Yeah, it is. It's like I wasn't a shooter guy during the N64 era, really.
Yeah.
So Turok, I mean, we liked GoldenEye and stuff, but Turok were games that I played later and even acquired. I think I bought the first one on eBay or something during the generation, but after it came out. So it's not a game it's not a series I really have a huge affinity for. And I was playing it and I was like, damn, it kind of looks good. And I had to keep reminding myself, and eventually went and looked at a long play of the N64 version. I'm like, it didn't look like this. Like one thing I can say for sure, the two things I remember about that game is one, the controls were kind of whack because you had to use the C sticks or the C buttons.
Right.
I think you strafed with the stick and then turned with the button.
I think
it was really weird.
It was like you could set a couple of different versions. Some people like the mouse on the stick and some people like the mouse on the buttons.
Right.
But yeah, I never played the Turok games, and I am with you. I don't. How did you even discover that? I don't remember how that fell into my lap on Steam, but I was playing it and I'm like, holy shit, it looks antiquated, but it's fun. It still holds up, I think.
Yeah, it is fun. It's like it's like vague shooting where like you're not really aiming very much. Kind of like playing Wolfenstein 3D. Or Doom was a little tighter. Doom's older, but it's a little tighter with the. In other words, like you're shooting directionally. Like as long as you're kind of facing a guy, you're hitting him.
Right. It's the game knows what you're trying to do, and it's like, we'll give it to him.
But it is really well made, and I think the way I found it was I was in my library just looking at games I've purchased. I don't do sales purchases too often, but I was like, well, maybe something will stack out to me. And I bought the Turok trilogy from Night Dive because I think they were really cheap. And then I was like, oh. All right, yeah, so I'll play this because I love boomer shooters and I love just old games, and I was looking for something to play. I was actually playing Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 as well for some reason. So I'm just like kind of in a weird space right now with games. But I platinumed Castlevania Requiem as my 200th platinum to
I saw that you were looking for like a special game.
Yeah, like a game, because on PSN profiles it always shows you your milestone games and it'll always be there. So it would be kind of like 100 was Twin Breaker. So that's
okay, that's cool.
So yeah, just been I'm waiting for Resident Evil. There's really nothing coming out until that.
There's that Romeo is a Dead Man that I am curious about, right? I mean, from Suda 51. I mean, I my guess is that it's probably not going to be great, but it's going to be interesting enough to merit a purchase and a stream of it. But I agree. I mean, the big one, and listen, man, that Resident Evil 9 showcase, to me, I always like I said, Silent Hill F, I loved. Silent Hill 2 Remake, I loved. I think they're great horror games. They're disturbing. I look at Resident Evil, especially the new one, as to me, it's like the Fast and the Furious of video games. It's so like there's nothing scary about it, but it's so fun and so well done and such high production value. And I thought that the showcase didn't blow me away mechanically. I wasn't like, oh my God, this game seems so fascinating or the story seems so interesting. It just looks like a shit ton of AAA fun. I mean, I thought it looks beautifully produced. Were you guys impressed or no?
I've tuned out from even seeing new stuff from it. But,
you didn't even watch the showcase. Okay.
No. I don't need to see anymore. I mean, I love Resident Evil. So yeah, I'm just a mark for that.
The gore, man, the gore and the kill moves that they let them do now. Oh my God, it's so good. Dustin, you didn't see any of this either?
Nope. I'm tuned out.
Guys.
Yeah,
I'm
sleeping on. It's great.
I'm sold.
No one. I mean, I'm Jaffe. I don't think you would care about this, but Dragon Quest VII reviews are out, and it's good.
I'm sure it is.
The originals or something, or is it an actual? I don't know. I don't follow.
It's so it is a full remake, which they've already remade the game before on 3DS, so it's kind of a remake of a remake. But I haven't played the original or the 3DS version, but apparently this version is very streamlined in a good way because there's like too much crap in the original version.
Dude, the original game is huge. Daffy, do you remember? I know you don't play those games, but do you remember that about Dustin and I have talked about that about the because I played Dragon Warrior 7 at the time, but the scuttlebutt about that game was how fucking long it was even at the time. People were like, "What the hell is going on with this game?" It was like the longest game I'd ever encountered, I think, at that point in my life.
I don't remember. I mean, I don't remember a scuttlebutt about that. No, but all those games tend to be too long for me.
Yeah,
so
they are.
How long was that game? How long did it take?
It was over 100 hours, which is huge for a PS1 game. But Dustin, are you gonna? You didn't get a review code or anything? Did you ask for one?
No, I did ask for one. I did not get one.
Did they communicate with you at Square?
Yes.
They don't like me, I don't think, or at least the PR people there didn't. I don't know. They have new people, I think, maybe.
I think what happened. So Brad has a review, and I think that was part of the confusion. Is that Brad got we weren't requesting under Last Stand, but when I talked to them, they were like, "Oh, well, your colleague Brad is reviewing it," and I was like, "Oh, okay." Well, I said it was for my channel, but okay, that's fine. So Brad has a review out that everyone should go watch.
Did he like it?
Did he like it? Yeah, I was listening to like the first few minutes of his review, and then I skipped to the end because I really didn't want to know anything. Right. He said that it's short. It's still very long, but it's much shorter than the 3DS version, which I think is 80 hours. So I'm thinking 40 or 50 hours, maybe. I don't know. He didn't say in the review. But
the trophies just went live. Yeah, I won't get to this I mean, I'll buy it because I want to show Square Enix respect and I love Dragon Quest, but I can't dedicate the time to this game right now. Like, it's too much.
Dude, I'm desperate for something to play. Though I did I picked up that game that we were talking about in the Discord in our staff Discord server. What is it called? Neon Inferno.
Oh yeah, I meant to answer you about that. Yeah, I have seen that. It looks like a Genesis game.
It's sick. Also, so it's like a beat 'em up, but with guns. So you want to call it a shoot 'em up, but it's not a shoot 'em up, if you know what I mean.
Inferno?
So you shoot enemies in like the same plane as you, but then it turns into it's called Wild
Guns or Cabal. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can shoot into the background. And dude, this game too, a lot of games have retro CRT filters in them, and they're all terrible. This is the first time I played a game where I'm like, dude, the CRT filter in this game looks really good. It's also really hard. I was playing on medium, and I was getting destroyed.
We got ourselves 2 different copies of the game because I suck at, I love that game, and I'm almost done with it, and it was not hard for me.
Are you playing on what difficulty?
Just medium, default.
And
again, I'm not saying that like, oh, look at me. I'm a terrible gamer. I'm horrible. So I don't know if I'll check and maybe I accidentally put it on easy, but I'm surprised you call it a beat 'em up though. I mean, there's no real melee.
I'm saying the format is like a beat 'em up game where you're going from left to right, section to section, taking out waves of enemies, but you're not beating anyone up. You're shooting them.
So like Contra.
No, that's the thing though. It's not really like Contra though.
Well, it's great. You agree it's great.
Yes, I agree that it's great, and I'm glad I picked it up. I'm having a great time.
What do you think about what I loved about it is it feels like it wears its love for anime on its sleeve. Like there's a lot of Ghost in the Shell in there, and there's a lot of and there's so much variety, which that's what bores me about a lot of games like Contra and stuff. Because after a while, it lives or dies just by the shooting.
Right.
But this is constantly throwing new sets and new. There's like 15 bosses and sub bosses. Have you finished it yet?
No, I've only done the first 2 levels.
Oh, okay. So they started doing really cool bosses with foreground and background stuff. It's good. It's really good.
Yeah, I think it's the first level has a really awesome motorcycle sequence.
Yep.
Where you have to go back and forth between the lanes of traffic, and the boss fight's really cool. It's a sick game. I'm surprised. Like, I haven't really heard anyone talk about it, really. Like, it seems like it went under the radar.
That is the worst part about all this, is there's so many fucking games, and there are genuinely great games. And that's why I hate all these fucking award shows and stuff, because I'm like, shut the fuck up. It's like, you don't know anything. All you're doing is nominating stuff that, And I get it. The magazines and not the magazines, the websites can only cover so much, you know, and they're going to cover the big stories, but then that's going to inadvertently lead to the narrative, which is these are the games. And I'm like, motherfucker, play Neon Inferno. How can you say that that isn't up for best action game? And maybe it doesn't deserve best action game, but it's probably wasn't even in the conversation for 95% of these outlets. It's ridiculous, utterly ridiculous. But you know,
yeah,
what are you going to do? Nobody really cares. They don't care about the awards.
The only other thing I did this weekend was watch the second and third Fantastic Beasts movie. They're fucking bad. They're real bad.
I've never seen one. They're bad.
They're real bad. And it's interesting just because, controversial topic here. J.K. Rowling wrote the scripts. And you'd think, wow, this is neat. Regardless about what you think about her,
right.
She's a book author, and they had to adapt her books into movies. So here's a chance where she can write a straight up movie, and then it won't have to have compromises. Well, it turns out she has no idea how to write a movie script at all.
Yeah.
And these movies are absolutely terrible. And that's about it. I watched it for lore.
Who's the big star of it? Is it Jude Law or something? Who was like the big name in that?
Well, that's the funny thing too, is that it's supposed to be about Eddie Redmayne's character, which is Newt Scamander. Right. But he's practically a side character in his own movie by the third movie, because it's about Dumbledore as, Jude Law.
Right.
Which Jude Law may have stolen my wife. During this movie, she commented multiple times about how attractive he was in it.
Well, don't ever show her the movie The Holiday.
Apparently,
Yeah. That's a rom-com with him, and it's a great movie. It's cheeseball, but it's great if you like rom-com. So
shout out, right before we went live, I got this in the mail.
Oh,
from,
cool.
Our friend Sandeep.
Nice. That should be cool. I haven't gotten mail in like a week. So.
Oh man. I saw
What is that magazine? What is that?
It is a retro. It's the official retro PlayStation magazine. Unofficial.
Oh, that's cool.
Unofficial. Sorry. And it has Jaffe. It has this issue. Your favorite. It has Twisted Metal 3.
Oh yeah, that's the best
and it
one.
Has
3 and 4. You love those.
Twisted Metal 4.
Oh, they're so good. Classics. Classic games.
I think on a previous issue they did 1 and 2. So they just review whatever the monthly.
I'm surprised they haven't talked to you yet to interview you.
I get a lot of requests, and I don't. It's not that I was judging. I didn't know what that was. Sometimes they just come in and I'm just like, I'm busy and I didn't even open the email. So it's possible.
Yeah. If you see anything from them, they're friends of ours. They're great.
Oh, okay. RPM retro.
The impetus for the magazine, I have a thank you in the first one, which I really appreciate, is because I was talking about how I think that would be really cool to do a retro PlayStation publication.
Yeah, that is cool.
I'm not going to do it, but it's a very cool idea to do nonetheless. So
absolutely, I am very close to starting to get back into. I don't want to be a physical collector, but I might buy myself an Atari and a SNES. I got rid of all my old consoles.
Oh, interesting.
I've started to want to play on the old ones.
Let's not call it a SNES though. We're not in Europe.
When in the industry we called it a SNES.
So gross.
I know,
yeah,
maybe,
you made
but
games
that's
for that generation, so you would know.
Yeah, that's what we called them. Yeah, we were like, oh, we have a Hook a version of Hook for SNES. That was the first game.
That's so gross.
SNES. It's like what you probably also called them AT-ATs from Empire versus AT-ATs.
I personally call them AT-ATs, but it's funny because people newer Star Wars fans yelled at me like they had never heard that or something. They're like, it's an AT-AT. Yeah. I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, and I think I called it ATST a chicken walker.
Right. Yeah.
And they were like, and I'm like, oh, you're such a fucking tourist. Get out of here.
Yeah,
get out of here.
You came when BB-8 came on the scene. Yeah. Fuck you, motherfucker. But what I was gonna say, I was gonna tell you, I think you'd like this show. The other thing I did this weekend was I started watching the show, which everybody's already seen probably, but I hadn't seen it, was Landman with Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, my dad was recommending.
Oh my God, it's really good. It's really good, man. So, and it's from the same guy, I think, that did all the Yellowstone. Is it Yellowstone? And
right.
So it's got that kind of vibe, but it's really good. So highly recommended. It's on Paramount Plus. Go with God, whatever that means.
All right. Should we take calls? How are we going to do? All right. So we're doing this via our Discord.
Correct.
Because that's the easiest way for us to do it.
Yes.
So if you're in there, there's a waiting room, and we're going to pull from it. Now, I just want to be clear about a few things. We can talk about a broad array of things. I would like to talk about video games personally, but I mean a broad array within video games. If you want to talk about the politics of video games, the economy of video games, whatever. I just don't want to get into like random things. I don't know. A lot of people seem to disagree with this, but I actually think it's really important right now for us to be as intentional as possible and not alienating anyone, because that is so rare. I was reminded of that when I was like looking at the Grammys yesterday, like just footage from and all that. And it's like everyone just wants to alienate, say what they want to say, all this sort of thing. There's like nowhere anyone can go, or few places anyone can go where it's like it's going to be a little more normal. We could talk about other things and get away from it, but it's up to you guys where you want to take the conversation. I put that out there.
I am more than happy to stay focused on video games. That is fine. Look, anybody who wants my political opinions knows what they are. Like even what you just said there, I have an opinion about, but I'm down with the fact that people come here for video games, and we can stay totally focused on that. There's more than enough to talk about, but I'll go where the winds take us. So let's just see what happens.
I am going to try. I pitched it to Hogue to do this week. I don't know if I'm going to really do it or not. I have to actually like settle in on it, but
yeah,
I want to do stuff from the Epstein files, like a Sacred Symbols Plus episode about the stuff of the Epstein files that's video game related.
Yeah,
like it is very funny.
Yes,
that Epstein got banned from Xbox Live. It's very funny that he has a dialogue about Activision games and all this stuff. It's very funny that he bought Little Big Planet 3.
And it's also very tragic that we had. What do we have? Leslie Benzies is in there, and
Leslie Benzies is in there. It's there's some shit in there. So I want to touch on that stuff, but it's but anyway, well, it's up to you guys where you want to take it. So Dustin, the room is go ahead.
So many of you are already waiting. You need to be, if you want to join, the requirements are just, this is our first time doing it. This is how we know how to do it. You need to be a Last Stand patron at the $5 level, connected to Discord. When you're in our Discord, under the section voice channels, there is a call-in waiting room. That's where you go. You just exist there. And then I will randomly pull people in to talk to us. Audio only. I'm not as crazy as Jaffe to do video. We need this channel to continue to exist. I don't need someone whipping their dick out.
Yeah, I know. Like, it can't be doing it.
So
you just cut it afterwards. That's all. It's easy.
You can't cut it live. Oh, you say so? It's okay if it's live.
What?
The dick gets whipped out.
As long as it's live, then you private it immediately and edit it out. It takes 5 seconds, and then you're fine.
Okay.
You speak of it with like a man with experience.
I do this all the time. Honestly, the main thing I would say is this: don't be boring. I mean, then you're going to lose like half your calls. Since I'm not, it's not my show, but I would recommend, some people call and they're just not good callers. And I like to rotate them out really quick.
I want you to control. You make me laugh so much when you do shit like that. So
I should smoke some pot too.
Tell me to
Can I tell you something though, real quick before we start? Look, I am not a pothead. I'm not an aficionado. I've done edibles. I've smoked actual grass, and I've done the all-in-one vapes and all that shit. And I like it. I'm a big fan, but I don't do it that often. But I started smoking this shit from a company called Cake. And I don't know anything about it. All I know is I don't know how they stay in business, because I'm playing this new horror game called Hellmart. And I'm like, okay, I'll stream it and I'll smoke. I took one little puff, and this shit knocked me on my ass with one little fucking puff. And I don't know enough about dope to tell you what caused it. Do you guys know why what would do that? It's just dope.
Is it just vaping? The vape juice for weed, I have it here.
Okay,
is very extremely concentrated. So one hit is gonna do a lot of damage, as it were.
Okay, well,
it's not like taking a joint, puffing a joint or something.
Oh my god,
it feels like it. Physically, it's not chemically.
All right, well, depending on how the show goes, maybe we'll take a little puff.
Sure.
Keep it handy. All right.
Okay. So here's what's going to happen for this first one.
Oh, just bring them in, Dustin. Let's go.
No, hold on, Jaffe. Let me
dangerously.
Let me be in control here. Let me be producer for a second.
Okay.
I'm going to bring in someone I know, Fozzie Bear.
Okay.
And we have to make sure, I mean, I don't, it seems
Jeff
like
Keighley's
the audio is going to work, But so bear with us if we need a second to figure it out. Okay, that's all I'm saying. All right, here we go. Fozzie,
That's
you're
a good
up.
job.
Dustin's been bruised and battered, man, by the
I
audience.
guess,
Like he really like it's he's like a battered wife.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best.
Eat the cake, anime.
That's a rude way to talk about me.
Oh, it's
Fozzie, you're
616.
Battered wife.
Oh no, that's not 616. Sorry, that was somebody else. All right,
No. Not
Fozzie,
be
welcome to
confused
the
with other white
stream.
guy.
Can Colin and Jaffe, can you hear him?
I can
I
hear
can
him.
hear him.
And chat,
Hello.
you can hear him?
Hello.
You should be able
Hello.
to. Okay, Fozzie, take it away.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, so it's funny you guys were talking about the discourse around Yote. I don't want to go into like woke stuff, but I thought a good question. You can be the judge of that. Do you guys think it's worth keeping up with the online discourse? Take that however you want it.
No. But we do nonetheless.
It depends what your goal is, right? I mean, if your goal is to be commentators of the space, then yeah, it's imperative. But I think if you're a gamer and you just enjoy the hobby, God no. Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, I don't like how High Guard is the most recent example of this, where like I don't like how the Discord term has like this deterministic outcome on where things go, and things just become true if people say them enough and feel them enough. Like there was this thing about like how everyone was really spurned by High Guard and its positioning in the Game Awards, and like and I'm like, I don't know, man. Like I don't know if it's that big. Like we really need to be talking about this endlessly. Like, is it that big of a deal? I don't know. I feel bad for a lot of games, actually, because of just the way they get sucked into the discourse and the way that they're perceived. It's just like perception is reality. It's like that outside of games, and of course, it's like that here too. So it's some things just don't really stand a chance, or they have to fight against a prevailing wind or whatever, just because of the narrative around the industry. And I think a lot of the narrative is also like we were talking about TJ Smash before, and it's like he is like those kinds of people are like driving some of the discourse, but clearly don't really love or appreciate or really play games. And you can tell just by the way that they cover them. You know, I'm eager to talk about how I feel about games. I play a lot of them. That's why I'm here. I assume that's why what people want to hear from me. There's a lot of driving of a narrative in other places, and I think that becomes reality. I mean, that happened with Ghost. That happened with The Last of Us Part 2. It's going to happen with Intergalactic.
I mean, it doesn't seem to really. I think the question becomes like with High Guard, you know, I think the important question is how much does it really affect the reality? It may become the zeitgeist for a few days or a few weeks, but like High Guard opened with a lot of interest, right? I mean, it did launch with a very large concurrent player base for about a day. I was one of those people, and I deleted it after the tutorial. I didn't think it was crap or anything. I was just like, it's a little too complicated for me. It's not for me. And I moved on with my life. But I think Yote has been a pretty big seller, is like the third best selling PlayStation game. Last of Us 2 is a huge hit. And I think Intergalactic, barring something going catastrophically wrong, seems like the most commercial game that studio has put out since Uncharted 4. So, I mean, they can talk and they make their money, but I haven't noticed, I wonder if anyone's done a data dump on this or a research into like, does it really move the needle? Like even Dragon Age Veilguard, it may have hurt a little bit at the beginning, but I played it and I liked it, but I get why that game did not please a lot of people. And it had nothing to do or very little to do with the politics, and had a lot to do with the writing that was irrelevant of what they were writing about. It was just poorly written. So, I mean, have you noticed something, Colin or Dustin or Fozzie, that suggests that it does move the needle in a meaningful way other than just maybe an initial bump here or there?
Well, I think High Guard is the most recent example. I think Yote is another
example. But what do you mean though? Because High Guard is like, or Yote is selling well, right?
It is, but I do think that like I think Yote would have sold better. Okay. I think I also think that there is like a hullabaloo around games sometimes that's deserved, and they're all lumped in together, right? Yeah. Like I've said it before ad nauseum. Like I think the choice of casting a black lead in Assassin's Creed was Japanese Assassin's Creed is very strange. And completely worth derision. It's a totally weird, like, woke thing to do. Like when, like you go to feudal Japan, and then you find the one, like Japan had a 400-year rule of basically not allowing outsiders in of any kind. You like have to go and find those kinds of people, and people will say like, oh, Neo did a similar thing, and I'm like, yeah, Neo was weird too.
I think the difference is that you seem to come at it, you come across, at least to me, and I think most people, like an honest broker, right? Like you bring it up as a point of historical, because people will say, but there was this guy, and there was, and it sounds like your point is, but out of all the samurai you could pick, what is so special about him versus these 500 other ones that?
Well, they made an intersectional choice. The black man won. Like that to me is like that's why that was so cringy, in my opinion. But not everything has to be put in that bucket.
Right.
Yeah, that was my whole point. Like,
do you think Atsu and Yote was consciously, let's do a woman because women, yay? Or do you think somebody just thought, I mean, if I were to write the story, I don't know. I mean, I like that it was a woman because the revenge story is cool. She has those softer moments in the game. I honestly like seeing her butt more than Jin Sakai's butt when she gets into the hot springs. I mean, seriously. I mean, do you think that was a choice that came out? I mean, how do you even make a choice between male or female? Like what else? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Where do you think that choice came from?
I think that was probably a choice also made for that. I think it was less egregious, but worth discussing. Ghost reminds me a little bit of Battlestar Galactica in that, like, it feels more, it's a version of a society in which gender is less important. It's not really grounded in any realism, which I can appreciate, but I can also
understand. Racist in and of itself to assume the default should always be male and white and straight? I mean, isn't that kind of the point of why they do it? Because
but the default in feudal Japan should be Japanese.
No, feudal. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but I understand that unless they have a compelling reason to do it, I agree. But the idea that the default is male, straight, white, right? So is it any time that they don't default to that, it's going to feel a little out of place?
Well, I don't know. I think this conversation is more complex than that. It's like Alien didn't feel out of place in the 70s, right? Like a sci-fi, gritty, dark sci-fi movie starring a woman that felt totally in character, and we loved her. And
right.
So
that's how I feel about Yote.
I think it's just about doing things right. And that's what I was going to say, was like Yote just felt like it was done right, but I think that this is all also in the eye of the beholder. I just wanted to point out that I think that there are some games that are like, and we were talking about Dustborn and stuff like that before, some games that are woke or weird or do strange shit. I was making fun of Mafia 3 for having gay pride flags in it before the gay pride flag was even invented. So it's like we're talking about like 15 or 20 years before the gay pride flag was invented. I'm like, that's so ham-fisted and stupid and so obvious. Like when I saw it, I immediately went to the internet and looked it up. I'm like, I don't think the gay pride flag existed in this time.
I loved though that they did, even though it wasn't realistic. And I know you're Italian, but the fact that they put Olive Garden in there made me very happy. I was very, very happy.
The Olive Garden, the Olive Garden.
That's where the mafiosos met, at the Olive Garden in the Pope room. Yeah, I hear you on that for sure. And you think Intergalactic's the same? I mean, I don't know the character, right? Do you think that's gonna, like, she could be Ripley, right? She could be the next Ripley.
Yeah, I mean, I bring up Intergalactic as the next game that it doesn't matter what it is. It's so obvious,
right,
what's going to happen with that game, to the point where I've said long on Sacred Symbols, like Naughty Dog shouldn't even allow, and Sony shouldn't allow it to be played at all before it's out. Like it shouldn't be available to anyone, shouldn't be printed physically. There should be no chance of it leaking. Like it's got the best chance of that game finding its audience and doing its thing is for let everyone play it at the same time. Because that's exactly what happened with The Last of Us Part 2. Like The Last of Us Part 2 was a game that was very much driven by the the dialogue around it, and though it did extraordinarily well, it would have done much better if that didn't happen to it. So
There's
that's my only
there's
point.
so much fucking. I mean, these I mean, I know this, but I mean, these guys just make their money every day. They get up and they will do 3 videos. Each video will probably do anywhere from 15,000 to 250,000, and it's just what can we rage about in the pop culture space. And I'm sure they don't believe half of it, but their audience just eats it up with a fucking spoon like it's ice cream, man. And I think it's gonna be hard to get them off that grift until people just start abandoning them, and then they'll go to something else, I suppose. But it is bad for games though, and that I think, like, we're talking about. I mean, again, this is like kumbaya and stuff, but I mean, imagine the Neon Inferno discussion that isn't happening because people are talking about this shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's why I just like I brought it up when I was on that guy's show, is like, none of your content is about the games.
Yeah.
About like your experience with them or playing them. And it's like, that's fine. I mean, do what you want, but isn't that why we're here? I mean, ultimately I want to talk about the games, and the manufacture of games, the creation of games, the economy of games, all that kind of stuff, but also just centering it around the games. And that's why I think it's important. Like, everything either falls into one bucket or the other for these people. And to me, I'm like, no, some of the stuff is certainly in the bucket. I agree with you about that. Some of the stuff is certainly not. Like, we don't know. It was so funny to me with Intergalactic, especially, like, such an impressive trailer just from, and I've said this a million times, just from how it's shot and
it was
put together.
Well
It's awesome. And I was like, it's too bad, man. Like, like, no one can focus on that because you don't want to fuck the protagonist. I guess she's not fuckable enough for you. So
the other thing, real quick, I don't want to keep hitting on Yote, but what I loved about Shishida and I love about Yote is they seem to be the only Sony first party studio. Maybe I'm missing one. Maybe the Housemarque guys would do it as well, but that make narrative single player games where you can't see the kind of look I'm directing, like Santa Monica and Ragnarok or Naughty Dog. There's always like this vision behind it. To me, it's a little ham fisted. Whereas the Yote and Tsushima games feel like they get out of your way. It's like, we just want to kind of give you a great adventure. We want to give you a great product. And yeah, it's got some thematics and subtext and all that shit, but it's not about the direct. If it's about the director's vision is, I don't want you to see me directing. But all these other first party games feel like, look, I'm directing. It's my vision. And I don't get that with any of the Sucker Punch games, actually.
Nate Fox is your guy then, I guess.
Did he direct this latest one?
Yeah.
I love that. I love not seeing that because it just comes off as so cheeseball to me. So, all right, Fozzie, thanks for the call, buddy.
Yeah, anytime. Have a great day.
You too. Be well.
See you, dude.
Shut up, Thomas Brush. I'm not a contrarian. Go fuck yourself.
Oh, don't even look at the chat. You brought up
told me
Last
to
of
look
Us
at it.
Part
You said
2.
do what you wanna
That's
do.
the fucking.
It's the creature cantina from Star Wars.
Why is Abby not attractive enough for me?
All right, so
I need everyone to be attractive.
I know. It's like, dude, go get a fucking.
It's 25
Midjourney
years
account.
after the end of the world. Why isn't she all caked up in makeup?
All right, someone in chat to Dustin got his plant call through. It wasn't a plant, but it was a safety pick because Fozzie was the one who organized our Los Angeles meetup the other day, so I knew he'd be. But from here on out,
bring him in. Bring him in randomly. Let's go.
Let's go with Edgar. Edgar, hello, welcome to Sacred Streaming. You're live with Colin and Jaffe. He muted himself immediately.
Oh boy,
Edgar, I'm giving you 3 seconds.
Edgar, you fucking clown.
Better believe I'm a fucking clown.
Oh my god.
Are you calling from your mother's vagina, Edgar? What the fuck is going on?
I haven't been there in a minute, but no, not right now.
I was there last night, and trust me, it smells bad.
No.
Oh, man.
Edgar, what's on your mind, my friend?
Come on.
Nothing that a little pine sol and now and later strawberry candy won't clean up. What's going on, Edgar? What do you want to talk about, buddy?
Come on, buddy. My mom's Mexican. It's fabuloso. Anyways,
that's right.
I was gonna say, all right. So depending on how many sad sex y'all have had on the on the show so far. I got one of two questions. Y'all want to keep it light? Y'all want to go dark?
Ask them both. We'll answer the one we like.
Sick. All right. So the light one is, what's a game that you might have played as a kid that you were like, oh hell yeah, dude, I love this thing. Completely forgot about, remembered as an adult, and you're like, what the hell ever happened to that? For me, that was Metal Arms, a Sierra game. The dark question is, um, I had a cousin who first showed me God of War when I was in 5th grade, and I
Yeah.
was like, yo, this is incredible. It blew my mind learning about mythology in 5th grade. I was
Yes.
like, these things are insane. Anyway, RIP, he committed suicide a few years ago, and it's kind of like one of those things where I'm like, I've played it 20 years later, and it's like, damn, bro, I wish I could talk to you about it because you showed it to me for the first time.
The fuck's the matter with you, Edgar?
A lot, man.
Jaffe's response.
A lot.
Well, I mean, was that a nice memory that you have of you and Edgar, or not Edgar, your cousin playing the game though?
Absolutely, man. It was one of
I
those
love
things
that.
where it was just, we were both like, yo, what the hell is this? You know, and growing up later, I was just like, you know, and hearing you talk about how it reflected how you felt at the time, and, you know, me going
Yeah.
through something relatively traumatic when I was in my teens. Later, you know, I was
Yeah.
like, Jesus Christ, I'm just so angry, right? And it's not until later you're like, you grow and you're like, you know what, man? Fuck this shit. I got to move on.
Yeah, but you got to get it out somehow, and I love that you guys have that memory, or you have that memory. That's nice to hear. So thank you for playing our game. As for games that I'm a little confused by your question about Metal Arms. So are there games we played as a kid and forgot about and came back to and said that this is still great? Is your question, or it's crap?
More like you played a game that maybe briefly that you were like, I really enjoyed that, but it was kind of like a glancing blow, and you kind of somehow remember it, look it up later, and you're like, whatever happened to that series? And that's what I'm saying. For me, it was one of those things where I played at a friend's house for like an hour. I really enjoyed it, completely forgot about it until one day I was like, oh my God, whatever happened to that game? The game just clicked in my head, looked up the name, and I was like, yo, that's wild.
I think that's the first stage of dementia, sir. I need you checked out by Monday. Be at the doctor's office. I don't know what I don't know. So I don't know. I
Fair.
mean, I imagine if you were to show me something I played on the Mac, or not the Mac, the Apple IIe, or some obscure arcade game. Like I remember there was this game from Data East where it was almost like going back to what Dustin's talking about with Neon Inferno and Wild Guns. You were like a 1940s kind of gangster thing, and you were wearing a white suit, almost like Michael Jackson and Moonwalker, and you were shooting into the screen. Like I don't remember, but nothing. That doesn't resonate with me. That question.
No. I think you actually nailed it. It's one of those things where it's like you play as a kid and you later find out it's like, oh, that's what that was.
Gotcha, Edgar. What about you, Colin and Dustin?
It's funny. I was looking up. I wanted to look this up because you know what came to mind for me were the PS2 launch. Like there were so many games, and no one really knew which ones were going to be. So like I remember games like Evergrace, and what was there? X Squad.
There were X Squad, and there was like a mech game too, right? Wasn't there like a mech game day one?
Yeah, Gun Griffin.
Yeah. Remember Space Hulk on PS1?
Space Hulk, yeah. So there's like, so I was just thinking about that era because I remember like I was in high school when the PS2 came out, so I had to make my decision. I bought Summoner, and I bought NHL 2001. I think Owen Nolan was on the cover, if I remember correctly, from the Sharks. And then I like all these. I didn't have, and before you knew it, games started coming out where it was like relevant. It's like, oh, Onimusha comes out, the bouncer, and then before you know it, all these games are in the past, and it's like, what the fuck was Kessin? Like I don't really like. I didn't. That wasn't one of the ones I chose. I also had Fantavision, which I loved.
Yeah,
but so I was just thinking of those games. Yeah, that was where my mind went.
Einhander was actually pretty good, better than Phasmophobia. Remember Phasmophobia?
Wait, Phasmophobia is that new? Isn't that
That's a new game?
What's Philosoma? Philosoma was a PS1 launch title. And its claim to fame was it kept changing perspectives. It was like a top down, then a side scroller, then a POV.
Oh, this game.
Yeah. I'd never played. I know this box because it's a long box. I never played this game. Who are G artists? Japanese.
I don't know. Remember Motor Tune Grand Prix from
yeah, that
GT guys?
from Pixel. No, I was gonna say Pixel Opus from Polyphony.
Yeah, that was it wasn't a great game, but it was pretty good though. It was
only one of those came over, right?
Motorton Grand Prix, the first one.
Yeah. Well, there's a sequel, I think, too, right? Or maybe
I don't know if they renamed it and numbered it or whatnot.
The studio that made this is so interesting. The studio that made Philosoma is G Artists, and they still exist.
Huh.
They make the last game they made was Return to Popolo Croy, a story of seasons fairy tale. Okay.
That sounds.
I always love that,
great.
like these obscure Japanese studios that are like 10 people.
Going back to arcade games, I was amazed to learn the guy who made two of my favorite arcade games. First, he made Gyrus, which I loved. Then he made a game called Time Pilot. That guy went on, and I think he's still at Capcom. He was one of the key Street Fighter producers, and it's just so amazing how some of these guys that they're unsung heroes. Like you don't really know their names and stuff, but when you do a little digging, you're like, shit, that guy has been at it for 40 years, 50 years and done some amazing fucking shit. I love that. I absolutely love that. Did you guys play Pragmata demo yet?
Yes.
No, I don't want to play it. I'll buy it when it comes out.
I thought it was great. Did you like it, Dustin?
Yes. So I played the demo at Summer Game Fest and I was like, well, fuck it. I already played it. I'm going to play it again. And it rules. It's
staggering
awesome.
how well it works, right?
Yeah. It was hard for me to explain it on podcasts because it's like, oh, well, you have to do a little puzzle when you want to shoot someone.
Right.
And it's like, what? But once you play it, it's immediately like, oh, I understand this.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm
all right, Edgar. Thanks, buddy.
So thanks, Edgar.
No, hey, thank you guys for taking my call. Hope you all have a good day. Bye.
You too.
Hey, dude.
You well, my friend.
Yeah, bye.
All right. Yeah, Robert Odell, it's good stuff. Pragmata is good. There's no demo yet on console. I think there will be, but I don't know why. I think they were saying they just wanted to do a test for the frame rate and stuff for the PC version is what I heard, but who the fuck knows? But it's great. Capcom is, man, what is going on over there? Somebody should do a story on that. I want to know what happened to that company where somebody came in and said, this is how you do it. They're the best fucking third-party publisher on the planet. They're phenomenal.
We always talk about it on the show, like Crapcom. Like it's totally those days are long over. They're doing awesome.
Yeah.
What I want for Konami, what Capcom has done.
They're kind of getting there, right? I mean,
I think they are getting, and I think they're gearing up. I thought the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake was awesome. Their collections are great. The Castlevania collections are awesome.
I have that. That's good.
Did
you not like the last couple Silent Hill remakes? The remake and
F? Silent Hill 2 remake was awesome. I didn't like Silent Hill F. I beat it. I know you have to beat it multiple times to get the most out of it, but I wasn't feeling it really. I started my second playthrough and I'm like, I don't know, I just really don't want to play this. As opposed to Silent Hill 2 remake where I beat it 3 or 4 times and I loved it. So
did you play F, Dustin? And if so, did you like it?
I did like it, but I have the same complaint as Colin in that I did do a second replay and I did get a lot more out of it, but it felt like an annoying barrier that I had to go through to get more of the story. Like
it's a weird ask. I mean, I assume what they thought was the initial playthrough was so strong it shouldn't matter. But I felt that, but clearly a lot of people didn't. So
the difficulty settings, I think they went and patched some of it, but the fact that you either have to play on story mode or hard mode, at least at launch, that was the case.
They they patched the combat problems with that game. Where it was just, especially towards the third act, constant. Yeah, they absolutely did.
I played through like 2/3 of the game on hard mode, and it was so incredibly difficult, and I eventually switched it to story, and then it became clear.
So weird to hear because I always assumed you were a much better gamer than I am.
Oh well,
because I'm not good. And
you did
I'm
not,
like,
Jaffe. You did not beat this game on hard. I'm telling you that.
I said it on hard because everybody said, including the game, says hard is normal. You know, it was really weirdly worded.
Yeah, it was really weird. It was very weird.
So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll play it on hard. And I got all the way to the parents boss fight. And then I'm like, I killed them on hard. And then I'm like, I don't want to deal with this level. But that was into the third act. So
I need chat to verify this. Someone who watched your playthrough.
Jaffe's saying you're soft.
I'm not saying I'm a bad game player. Like I'm not. It took me 3 days to finish Hook when I was a tester on SNES. Right? Sorry, Colin. SNES. So I'm just surprised. And then Neon Inferno, you think is too hard?
I didn't say I thought it was too hard. I just was surprised by the challenge of it.
Yeah.
I can understand Neon Inferno being a little hard for your sensibilities, Dustin, because
no,
you grew up in a
I
bit
think
of
you're the reason Gene Park got sick again.
Listen, someone in this call has beaten Cuphead.
Not me. You didn't get my Gene Park joke.
No,
I didn't hear it. What was your?
I said
He was too busy talking over you.
Fair. Then I'll save it for later. It'll come again. I'm so glad though. I love that tweet where he woke up, and it's like okay, and he's back home now. I'm very
I was texting with him.
I miss that guy. I can't wait till he's back. He's
me too. Yeah,
good.
I miss him too.
Yeah,
and he's being vague about what, reasonably so, about whether he's ever going to come back and do our show again, like our Punching Up show and do all this other stuff. And everyone's like, well, what is he doing? I'm like, maybe give him a little time to figure it out.
Well, more importantly, let him fucking heal. He literally
That's what I'm
just
saying. I'm like, give him a little,
pulled out of
little
his body
space.
and he's home. And now he's got to go through chemo, right? So at first he had to deal with the lung thing, and now he's going to deal with a round of chemo. So this guy's good for Gene.
Yeah,
Cody says the last caller was doing Gene's white voice. So maybe it was Gene calling in, but doing the white guy voice. Okay, who's next, Dustin? What do you got?
Who's next? Let's go with this person. Monty, you're on the call. Hello, Monty. Welcome to Sacred Streaming.
Hey.
Hi.
What's up, Monty?
I wasn't expected to get picked.
Then why?
Hello, Governor!
Why were you?
I've not been in here very long.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I got a few questions.
Yeah, please.
Colin.
Yes.
At the I can't remember which live show it was, but you basically hinted something was happening with Bloodborne, and then nothing came of it.
Yeah.
What did you hear?
Was it a live show? Because I feel like it was like when I still lived in California. That
I think it was top 50 PlayStation games.
Oh, the one in
Richmond. Like, this won't be the last time you see of Bloodborne or something like that.
I mean, what I recall, I should be. I'll let you guys in a little bit on the behind the scenes. Is like, so like when I was at a publication, like you would get information and then you would have to tell your editors, and like everyone would be in on like, oh, this is the person that told you, it's a secret or whatever, you're vetting it, and then there's like some memory of it. But ever since I left IGN and I have no editorial oversight anymore, like I don't keep track of like where, I know who talked to me about it, but I don't keep track of like when or where these things were said, which is kind of good, because what if anyone ever found the writing or like hacked something or whatever, and then they could see like who my sources were. But what I was simply told, and what I recall back in California, so this was 2019, even before that, was that like Bloodborne was being, someone that I feel like is reliable and would be in the know told me that it was being, tinkered with and worked on. We assumed that was at that time for a PS5 game. Ended up being from Bluepoint anyway, Demon Souls. I always wonder if like some wires were crossed on that or whatever, or if maybe something was in development and changed or whatever. But the person who told me that is fairly knowledgeable and is so I don't know. Sometimes things just don't happen. But that's why I've been a lot more guarded about just saying anything about anything. Actually, a couple of weeks ago, we cut something out of a show, didn't we, Dustin?
Yep.
We usually don't make cuts from sacred symbols, and I went back and I looked, and I'm like, you got to cut this, because this is just going to cause, I'm going to get in trouble. So, yeah. That's
Dustin, weren't you? Somebody on Last Stand was messing around with the emulated 60 frame one. Was that you?
Yeah. That was me.
Is it? I'm always scared of it, because I'm worried I'm going to get really engaged with it again, and then it's going to crash or it's not reliable. I mean, is it? Can you play the whole fucking game and it's pretty up and up?
To my understanding, if you don't run it with any kind of mods, which I was trying to run mods,
right,
it can be played front to back. I didn't have once I had a clean version of the game, because like I said, I was trying to mod it and that fucked everything up. When I was just running the standard Bloodborne, zero issues. So
what is it like to play the combat at 60? Does it totally change the game, or it's just smoother?
I mean, it's just smoother, and it's tough because I haven't played Bloodborne in a long time, and I'm so used to playing games at 60 that it just felt normal when I was playing it. If I had played Bloodborne on PS4 recently, I'm sure it would have felt more like a revelation, but It feels great. It looks amazing when you upscale it as well.
I love that game. I want to play that again. I feel a replay coming on soon.
Nice.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have anything else, caller? Oh, I'm sorry, Colin. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going to say, yeah, so that's kind of my memory of it. But again, I don't have like, I really should keep notes to better know what I was even told at that time. But you'd have to go back to that reporting. But obviously it didn't come to fruition. So either it was just totally fake or it didn't, or it just didn't come out. My assumption, though, as we've long said, I mean, I said this about Bloodborne long before it seemed like it was confirmed by other sources over time, which was that like it seems like From Software has some sort of first right of refusal to do anything with it. So that might be what's holding it up. But they know. That's the kind of the annoying thing, Sony knows that people want it.
Yeah.
Anyway, caller, where are you calling from? Obviously, you're in Britain.
Right in the middle, in a town called Hinckley.
Hinckley. You've quite.
No one's heard of it.
British. It's such a tantalizing accent, isn't it? Because like it seems so. It seems hard to talk like that.
There's a lot of them.
There are a lot of them.
You drive
right? Just
10
like
minutes
America.
up the road and you can't understand what people are saying.
Right. And then you have the Irish too, which is like a whole nother thing. But my mom always tells stories about like the off the boat Irish people when she was a kid, like some families, and like you couldn't even understand the parents of the kids, and you would just kind of like nod along and like that whatever they would say to you and laugh or smile and hope that. It just seems very. It's like an Australian or that noise. You know what I'm talking about?
You can't say no.
Thank you for calling in.
Thanks for taking my call.
All right, buddy.
All right, he's out. Next one coming up. I like this
one
name.
of the Beatles.
Dude, that was Ringo.
Nice.
This next person is named Crisco. Crisco, you are on the stream. Make sure to unmute. Welcome.
It's Cisco, I think.
Cisco. Well, let's go with Crisco.
Cisco. Can you guys hear me?
Wow West. What up, baby?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you. Welcome.
Hello. Glad to be here. Love you guys. So I recently beat Final Fantasy 16. Excellent game. I'm a lawyer by trade, so I don't have a lot of free time. And I played the game on easy mode, and I just kind of soaked up the story and kind of all of the religious themes and things like that. And it kind of opened my eyes to JRPGs again and RPGs. And I'm wondering if you guys have had like a similar situation in the past couple of years where maybe you've tried something new and it's kind of opened your eyes to like a new genre or a new type of gaming experience that maybe you didn't give a chance in prior times.
I have experiences that in the past, but not any time recently. Like playing Phoenix Wright on DS when that came out when I was in college was a eye-opening thing about adventure gaming and what would become kind of a popular genre out of Japan, especially of graphic or visual novels and all the rest, which I didn't know I liked. And I always think of Medal of Honor, the original Medal of Honor, opening my eyes and my mind to shooters. It wasn't that I didn't play any. We had Doom on my computer and we loved GoldenEye and N64, but Medal of Honor was the first time where I was like, I actually kind of like shooters, and became a big fan ultimately of FPS. So those are examples from the past, as opposed to me having more of a natural inclination towards action, 2D action, role-playing games, Japanese games, stuff like that. So that's where my mind went with your question. I don't know if the guys have different answers. I'm old though too, and so is Jaffe. So it's like we've encountered a lot of things already. There's not
objection sustained. I'm just talking so he knows what I'm talking about.
Hold it.
Right. For me, it has been multiplayer shooters, like specifically Call of Duty, right? So I always enjoyed the Call of Duty games, the single player campaign stuff. I love military war movie narratives and living that out in single player. But I always felt that the multiplayer stuff was way too hard. And somewhere along the lines, it was probably about 5 Call of Duties ago, I don't know why. Maybe it was because I was really enjoying multiplayer Halo Infinite and people were, migrating over to Call of Duty, whatever it was, whatever number. And I decided I'm going to hook up a keyboard and mouse to it. and suddenly I'm like, oh my God, Jaffe, you fucking moron. You cannot play this game, competitively if you're not on mouse and keyboard. And suddenly even though I don't really find myself that compelled by the new Call of Duty, I really do like multiplayer shooters, which I never did before. Not like I'm not into Warzone or Extraction stuff, but I loved Arc Raiders. I loved the last 6 years of Call of Duty. So that would be it for me.
Dusty Boy, anything for you?
It's hard because I'm open to almost any game genre, so it's rare. Like certain genres, like a MOBA. There's never been a MOBA that has made me change my mind about it. The most recent example, and this is only kind of loose, is I had written off Balatro because it was a poker game, and I didn't know how to play poker. And then I played it and realized, wow, this is actually amazing. 10 out of 10. And I still don't really know how to play poker, but I know how to play Balatro.
Yeah, Balatro's great.
Poker's
Great
so
game.
easy. I mean, it's hard to execute on and be good at it, but it's an easy game to play. You'll be able to play it if you want to. Thank you for calling in.
Thanks
And
for the call,
Dustin,
buddy.
before I leave, I just want to let you know that I'm going to go to Japan in about a month and I'm going to propose to my girlfriend then.
Nice. Dude, congrats. If you need any tips, send me a message. I'll send you my Japan guide. It's written all in Japanese, though.
I was going to say it's in Japanese, though, so you're going to have to...
I made the joke before Colin could.
God,
got him! All right, congrats, man. Enjoy your trip, and thank you for being on the show.
Thanks, guys.
Bud.
Okay.
His wife's not watching.
You ready?
Yeah,
for
I was thinking that. Well, we don't know. Hopefully, I was thinking about that. I watched a show called the it's John Deloney or Delaney show or whatever. It's a psychologist. He's in what's that Ramsey guy? He has the money guy.
Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey, and he has a bunch of other people in his orbit, kind of like Last Stand. And he has a psychologist that does a show, and I always wonder that because I'm fascinated by it. And these people are just saying all sorts of shit, and it's not there's no vocoder over anything they're saying or whatever. It's it's so funny, and I'm what if and now hundreds of thousands, millions of people that watch these clips, and I'm
you just gave it away.
Yeah, it's someone's making the connection.
It's I got this guy in the basement. I'm thinking about killing him. What do you guys think about that? Yeah, no.
Well, it's just I'm cheating on my wife and I don't know how to stop, kind of thing. And I'm and they're talking about it for half an hour and it's got 700,000 views. And I'm well, this is getting back to you.
Someone's going to tell her.
Yeah.
Cindy, that sounds like John. Oh, shit.
You guys ready? Next one?
Let's do it.
Lion of the Desert.
Oh, my God. I love this guy. No idea. What up, Lion of the Desert?
Lion,
how you doing, champion?
Oh, man.
You're muted.
He's fucking it up.
You blew it.
He's
buddy.
unmuted. You have 5 seconds.
How are you guys? I just didn't expect it.
You didn't expect you were in the call-in waiting room.
Yeah, why is no one expecting? He sounds like he's calling in from the Mir space station.
It should sound now. Does it sound better?
Good. Yeah, better.
Yeah.
Hello.
No, funny. I was just sitting on the couch next to my wife, and I was like, I might be on this podcast, and the next thing I know, I'm getting pulled into this thing. So
let me talk to your wife. Put her on.
No. I'm keeping you far away.
Yeah,
no, I have to ask her a question. Is all.
No. It's okay. It's okay. How's everyone doing today? This is already off the rails, I guess.
I just think it's funny that your wife married somebody who is in a call-in waiting room for a show and doesn't realize he's going to be on a show. I just wanted to know if she knew that you were maybe not all there. What do you want to talk about, my good friend?
Okay, well, I'm Salim Karishi from Patreon. You've probably seen my name in there. Colin, you've read my question once, I think. I'm a big history guy. I graduated with a history degree. I'm trying to get a more relevant degree now. But
it should be easy to get a more relevant degree.
Yeah.
Where did you go?
Oh, so I was at Pensacola State College, and now I'm getting my BA in public policy. At St. Petersburg, so I'm from Florida originally.
Yeah, I can see that. So you have to repeat it. You don't have to. You already have a bunch of credits towards that BA, right? I would.
Yeah.
All right, that's good.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and now I'm outside of Philly, so I'm just bouncing around the country. But it is what it is. And So for me, I really love that Jaffe found Ghost of Yote because I've
love
been
it.
very excited about this, and it's really cool to see how these things develop over different sequels. Like you said, Assassin's Creed 2 was much better, Jedi Survivor was much better. So
God of War 2.
yeah, yeah,
Absolutely, yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. So for me, like the thing that I love about these projects is that they can take you to such fascinating places I've never been to before. Like I'm climbing Notre Dame Cathedral in 2014, and like there's so much detail there that they were able to use that design from Ubisoft to work on it afterwards. There's just so much magic from these things, and I feel like we don't give them enough credit sometimes for transporting us to these places. Say what you want about Shadows, but I enjoyed just climbing and existing in that world a lot, and I feel like they don't people take it for granted, I feel now.
I will agree with you on the fact that, I mean, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's an age thing or just the quality of, fidelity of visuals and audio, but I have really, and that's maybe one of the reasons I'm loving Avowed so much right now. The game itself is decent and the combat's really fun, but it's just being in those spaces, or Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, being in the Vatican. I understand it's not like a 1-to-1 or anything like that, but there really is a real improvement over the last, 5 years of I think I've found an easier time being immersed in these spaces, and I do love that. I absolutely love that.
I was just thinking about. I'm sorry to interrupt. I was just going to say, I love the stories of designers, especially and like artists going to being deployed for different places in pre-production to learn about what they're doing, and that stuff is often overstated or understated rather. We always joke on the show about how Gran Turismo games are often leaked when people find like a cadre of Japanese nerds with like cameras and notepads taking close-up pictures and like examining a fucking hubcap in some like factory, and they're like, oh, Gran Turismo 6 is in development and stuff like that. It's like, because these guys really do live for the realism, and I do dig that. And I think you're right that there's almost a level of attention paid that is unnecessary because most people won't appreciate it.
No, for sure. And for me, as a person who grew up speaking Arabic, Assassin's Creed Mirage with this full like A-list Arab cast and being able to play that game and be fully immersed and like hear the native language and it be like properly done is an experience unlike anything that I expected to like have in video games. Like I thought it would take myself to like get involved in something for me to find something like that, and I do think it's really special, and that's something I would definitely recommend for people. The ending is a little abysmal, but that world is so authentically crafted.
Does every Assassin's Creed game since Origins do the historical tour thing? I know that one did, where you don't even have to play the game, you can just kind of be in the
So
space.
Shadows and Mirage didn't have anything like that
Okay.
yet.
Okay.
They did it for Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla.
Okay.
Yeah,
The
and
next
people were using that in
AC
classrooms.
has me very excited if it is what it sounds like, which is the witch trials, the Salem witch trial era and all that shit. I'm super fucking into that stuff. I'm very excited to see how that goes. But cool. Awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear. Look, I would say, I don't know if you guys have noticed it, Dustin and Colin, but I have noticed, and Yote is great. I think Microsoft Studios is probably the best this generation of just ambient sound. I know you guys probably don't. Dustin probably does. I don't know how much you play on the Xbox first party stuff, but the audio and the ambiance in Indiana Jones or in Avowed or in Starfield, it's just really, it's just so evocative and immersive, that I think that I want to say they're probably doing it better than any other studio, but I don't know if you would notice that or agree.
I played a little bit of Indiana Jones, but I don't remember the audio specifically on it. So, but yeah, I mean, that is really important. That's like one of the reasons I always advocate people use good audio setups. And Colin and I have many joking arguments about how Colin uses TV speakers, and I have like a nice surround setup, and I'm like, you're missing so much.
To be fair, if I'm playing a truly immersive game that I care about, I do play on headphones typically. But yeah, my general gaming experience is through a television and through television speakers, the way God in fact intended it. All right, let's
all right, thanks, caller.
No problem. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Have a good day. Do we have super chats that we need to get through? I don't want to ignore those because I do have a hard out for 4:15 today because I have an appointment that I need
we can do some super chats.
I don't agree, musical, that he was robbed. Troy Baker was not robbed. I absolutely loved him as Indiana Jones, but he was doing a what's called
Ford impression.
Yeah, he's doing an impression, which is fine, but
Are you ready for super chats?
Yeah, let's do it.
Whatever you guys want to do.
JS Dylan Schneider says, Jaffe, always be late. This is from when we started. We go in order. So, Jaffe, you were late. This guy says
I wasn't late. My camera was fucked up. I was here on time.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true. KBW Forever says, when will Colin play a real game in 2026?
What have I been playing? Fake games? What have I played this year? Let me see. Mega Man Legacy Collection, Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, Mega Man 11, Front Mission First, Castlevania Requiem, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, Turok. Those are the games I played this year.
Yeah, but you didn't play the game he wanted, so
right.
They're
the real games. He's a real gamer. He bounces between Call of Duty, Fortnite, and 1 or 2 box games a year.
The new Fortnite game mode's really good though. Crown Jam, that's really fun. Just so you know.
19KA or Ka says, can we pick out pavers from the books for Colin's backyard instead of taking Colin's?
Yeah.
Can we pick out what?
Yeah, we got to pick out pavers for the backyard. You guys want to do this now? All right, let's see. We can do like some traditional. We can do some traditional brick. I mean, I don't know. That's not really gonna do it. I don't think.
Yeah, it's gonna look like shit.
This is the one you've been telling me not to do.
Yeah, dude, you don't want the maintenance on that. I'm telling you. Doesn't even look that nice, in my opinion, that one. Like, what's the grass for? Why is there grass in between?
How about this? This one here.
Oh, I like that.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
We could do this with the rocks. But again, that's maintenance again.
I don't want that.
All maintenance.
You don't want that.
I'm happy we can pick out pavers. You guys want?
I don't want to fucking. Boy, what a great show! No,
it's a reference to an old joke because
I know. I get the joke.
I pretended that I was going to do a whole stream about that, and I literally just did it for like many minutes until people started getting upset.
Whatever.
We could also pick out a pool liner. I've got Micah picked out a pool liner. We can verify that that's the one we want to go to because we have to decide as a family. All of us. We're going for a darker pool liner this time. We have kind of like the mid blue. We're gonna go for a darker blue this time around. Very
and you get the Last Stand logo on the bottom this time.
That was. Did I tell you about that?
I think you mentioned that on a show at some point.
Yeah, that's like something you can actually do that. Yeah, I feel like it's too much.
Well, dude, and as soon as Google Maps updates their satellite image,
there you
go.
They're like, oh, there's this one pool in the suburbs of Richmond.
I'm not going to pick. Mike is saying I guarantee.
Wouldn't it be terrible if it wasn't Colin's house that had it? I mean, that's a fucking weird fan. If it's not Colin's house that has the pool with the Last Stand.
That's true. That's true.
What the fuck, dude?
Brent Murray says nonplussed means bewildered.
Yeah.
Well, he's saying that because I use it as unplussed. Like you're unfazed, but it's look. I'll look it up for you. Nonplussed. Adjective of a person surprised and confused so much that they are unsure how to react. That's not what we really mean when we say it. We mean that like we're unfazed by it. Informal North American English, not disconcerted, unperturbed. Contorted. Not disconcerted, unperturbed. Eat a dick. Thank you for writing in.
Thank you. Matthew Walsh with a $9.99 super chat says, sending my taxes to see how both Dustin and Colin feels about the gifts I mailed you guys. It was the disc plates. Now, I talked to Matthew on Discord about the disc plate. It's excellent. It's a nice Kingdom Hearts disc plate. Colin, you are looking a little bit maybe not nonplussed, but bewildered.
Yeah, what is a display? Oh,
It's a
I know
metal
what you're talking
poster.
about. I want to make sure I was thinking of the right gift. So yeah, Mike, I think, has a lot of those wrapped up, the plates ready to go to everyone. They're really nice. It was a very thoughtful gift. I wish people would stop sending us, like, we have a PO box. Do whatever you want. We have it because people insist, but I feel bad. You know, it's like, you don't have to send me anything. I should be sending you gifts.
This one says, I don't know how to say the first name. I'm not going to. Colin, watch the Mario movie with your wife.
She doesn't even want to watch it.
She has.
It's not a very good movie. It's
She
very
has to.
well made, but it's not a very good movie.
I agree with you that she has to. Like, I feel like it's kind of a cop out to do a Nintendo show and not be familiar with that series of movies.
It's
but
good.
then it sucks. But then it sucks me into it.
It's a fine movie. I enjoyed it.
I don't tend to like Illumination. I think they're a pretty shitty studio. They're technically great. They're technically amazing, but I don't think their storytelling is very good. And then Mario Galaxy looks visually stunning, and I'll see it because I want to see, Mario on the big screen doing cool shit. But as a story, I find I can't think of one Illumination movie I like, actually. So
I enjoyed the Mario movie a lot more than I enjoyed the Fantastic Beasts movie.
I believe that. I believe that.
Millsauce has the next super chat, $4.99. It says, God of War was the first time I saw video game boobies. Thank you, Jaffe.
You're welcome.
Nice.
And how did what kind of effects did it have on you? Did you suddenly find yourself into the ladies, or were they not good boobies? Because it's funny. I was playing the game on my stream. I hadn't played it in 20 years. And I realized that the nipples were not just texture. Someone had to go in and actually,
model it.
shape the nipples. And I wonder who did that on the team. I wonder if they enjoyed that process.
Certainly.
You're spending an awfully long time working on that nipple, buddy.
Sculpting the areola.
That's right. It's like, I'm trying. Should it be salami tits or salami?
Yeah, right.
It's like Kratos don't want that.
Jaffe, certainly that was.
You ever been with a woman with salami breasts? I've not.
I don't think
so.
I'd have a hard time with that.
Yeah,
I really would have a hard time going.
It's too much nip.
It's not even too much nip. It's just too much discoloration around the breast area. It's
right.
I couldn't stop thinking about pizza. So
it's like, need linguiça nips.
One's in the chat if you've been with a pepperoni nip lady. Jaffe's so uncultured. Fuck you, motherfucker. I'm so cultured that I go back around to the beginning. Whoa, Forrest Hunter's been with a one nip lady. I don't like this hard out 4:30 bullshit. I think Micah should come on and we should smoke pot with her.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can do whatever you want. I have
Dustin. Let's stay and smoke pot with Micah after Dustin.
I need to speak to my therapist.
After Colin has to go.
I have a family.
You guys
dinner.
are little bitches. You're little bitches.
I could stay a little longer than Colin.
No, I want to smoke,
but not a lot longer.
All right, fine. Never mind. Whatever. Let's keep going.
We still got plenty of time. It's 2:45.
No, because I was gonna smoke the cocaine with Colin.
The cocaine.
Yeah.
Cocaine, yeah.
Cocaine with Colin. It's our new show. All right, let's go. Let's do it.
Death Metal in Your Face says Silent Hill F put me in a Japanese horror phase, and I'm currently reading Junji Ito mangas. Good stuff, man. What type of horror do you all like? I like psychological.
Catholic. Definitely.
I mean, I love all horror. I love I'm with you on the psychological horror. One of the reasons I think I loved F so much is it was, I thought Hinako was a great character, but I also just really liked how body horror it was, and it was just disturbing. It was like fever dream disturbing. And I did, as much as I love Silent Hill 2, I didn't really find that with that game. I'm looking forward to the remake of Fatal Frame, which is coming out, I think, next month. Which is all, Japanese horror. But honestly, it's my favorite genre of book, of movie, of video game, of TV. I just fucking adore it. So if I had to choose, I would choose psychological horror because it's the most disturbing, but I love all of it, from slashers to old Universal monster movies. I'm a huge fucking fan.
I think I agree with that. My favorite horror movie is The Shining.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Yeah,
it's a wonderful movie.
Absolutely.
My favorite horror movie, Children of the Corn.
Never seen that one.
Me neither.
Never seen that one.
The Assassin AK with a $4.99 super chat says, after 500 hours of Balatro, I don't recommend Colin play it because he probably wouldn't be able to play anything else. I blame Dustin for my addiction. Got him.
Got him.
Great,
I mean, I've said before that is a game I'm so self-aware of what it's going to do to me that I've avoided it. I bought it, but it's not going to be a good thing. No. I don't think.
I agree with you in the chat, though, by the way, people saying cosmic horror. What I love, honestly, about horror is, and sometimes horror can just be horror, right? Sometimes it's just, it doesn't need to be about anything. But I do like how horror reflects the times. And I think one of the reasons cosmic horror is having a resurgence right now is because we really are in a state, whether you're talking about Trump or you're talking about the pandemic or you're talking about just the global world order such as it is, these are very unusual times. And I think cosmic horror really gets to that better than anything else because it's so out of our normal sense of what is out there that you're like, it's actually kind of scary, to me, even the UFO UAP stuff. To me, you've heard of it. I think it's called Loosh theory, Colin.
I don't know. The name? Tell me.
It's the theory that basically the Earth is a farm. It's a planet. And
I've not heard that name, but yeah, I've heard. Yeah,
and and it goes back to like Bob Lazar in the 80s was talking about this document he saw that said human bodies are canisters, and maybe it's for souls. He didn't never know what it was canisters for. And religion was created so we wouldn't kill as many people. So when we die, our souls will be in a better place so they can harvest them. And like that level, that's like a scary thought to me. I don't necessarily believe that's what's happening, but I rarely have things like ideas like that scare me. And that's a scary fucking idea when you think
it is. But dude, I love Bob. Do you know who Bob Lazar is, Dustin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's all the conspiracy stuff with him.
Well, what I love about him is I found him interesting, and I'm sure you did too, Jaffe, back when I first heard about him, many years ago. And then obviously he was on Rogan, and that I think brought him to the forefront. But what I find so interesting is that and this is what Jaffe was saying, is like some of the things he was saying in the 80s are like the things that people are saying now. And it's kind of weird. And it's like Jaffe and I were talking about how his number was like in the Los Alamos phone book or whatever. And I'm like, come on, dude. Like they really did go and erase this dude, and they forgot the fucking phone book. Like they forgot the phone book. It's so fascinating. That's why I like religious and Catholic horror.
I do too,
because it is so deeply supernatural and so fucked up if you consider what it implies. I always think about, not that it's a horror movie because it's really, I mean, it is in a way, but Passion of the Christ has that awesome scene near the end where the woman is holding the baby.
Yes.
And I'm like, that's fucking awesome. You know,
it's terrifying. It's so disturbing.
That to me is so much scarier than a slasher.
And I know you have like Tucker Carlson and stuff. There is now a lot of these people talking about the spiritual aspect of these UAPs and UFOs, and that it's actually demons. And I mean, I don't fucking know what's going on, but it is pretty cool. It's pretty fucking cool.
I think it's time traveling humans.
Could be. Yeah.
That's what I think. By the way, I was making my dad laugh. I was talking to him on the phone this weekend. I was reading this thing about the Mandela effect. I'm sorry, Dustin.
It's okay.
Everyone knows what the Mandela effect is. You remember things that didn't happen or whatever.
Berenstain Bears.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
There's this whole idea that CERN, CERN, created, like, did some sort of experiment with their collider in like 2012 that jumped us to a parallel timeline.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and that's why we remember these things, because they were real, and now there's like all these subtle changes, and I'm like, that's my new favorite conspiracy. Love that conspiracy.
I would not consider it if it turned out to be true. I go, all right, that makes sense. That totally makes sense.
So it's like, there was a cornucopia, Fruit of the Loom thing. Looney Tunes wasn't TUNES, it was Tunes, like TOONS.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth. I'm like, that's so funny, because I really do feel like I look at some of those lists of Mandela effect stuff, and I'm like, yes, like that was what it was. I don't know what happened since then. I don't know where the Berenstain or whatever, like, I don't know where that came from. But that's definitely not what it was.
Right. I mean, it's weird. It's weird. And, psychologists have explained it in their view. And I'm sure that applies to a lot of it, but there are, I think time is something that we don't have our heads around time at all. In fact, I mean, there was a study that was published about a month ago, and the guy was talking about how time, for the longest time, people thought time was like one of the elements of nature, like gravity or whatever. And now they're starting to think that time is actually a result of other actual base forces. And so time doesn't even exist. It's the base forces of, like, whether it's gravity or certain kinds of physics that actually create our perception of time. So, I mean, we have that's why I've been agnostic forever. It's like, we have no fucking clue what's going on. So it could very well be that. It could very well be that. Yeah.
It's the level of not understanding or knowing anything brought me away from atheism in my 20s back to, like, I'm like, there's no way I can be conclusive. I can conclusively say there's no power.
Yeah.
That's not even possible to say. Dustin, you may now go.
Trayland Woodson says, Jaffe, you're the man and you're very appreciated.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Sketch McGetch says, Colin, be a man and play Bellatrix already.
Lou, if he's driving and not watching, he's like, he thinks you just ignored that. You're going to have to wind it back, Sketch McGetch, and watch the hand signature.
Lou Trons says, love you, Jaffe. Colin, do you think Sony should be doing more with offering items for purchase with platinums? The ghost pin is sick. Looking forward to the Yote one.
I mean, maybe, but it's probably no one's probably doing it, and so I assume it, or like few people are doing it to make it worth their while. They always try these little experiments, and then they get, like, PlayStation Stars was one of those things.
But yeah, that's their fault. Stars would have been great, and they to judge Stars on the way it was received versus the way it was presented is the problem, because Stars was a good idea. But I'm not going to go on my fucking phone to see my little stupid fucking rendered shit. It's like, give me a way to display it. Give me a way to show it off. You know, but so I hope they keep trying. I mean, I like stuff like that. But
I found it to be surprisingly generous with the amount of money they would give you too. Like, I'm got a lot of money on Stars. I buy a lot of games, probably $1,000 to $1,500 worth at least a year on PlayStation Network. So I am going to accumulate a lot of points. But I probably bought a half dozen free games with the, like, full price games. With
is that still going on? I've never even used it.
That's over. But if you have the points, they're still there, and you can just redeem them. You can redeem them. You used to be able to redeem them for certain games, or you can redeem them for $5 or $10 cards. And you can do that over and over again, and just put them in your wallet.
Tech Protect JG says, more Jaffe more often, please, guys. He speaks it like it is, and I appreciate that so much.
Shut up, Tech. Tech lives here. Tech's my daughter's boyfriend.
Oh.
So
okay. So that's your that's like your producer.
Yeah. So
that's your Dustin.
Don't fuck. I don't like. Don't fake. Don't. I don't need ringers. I don't need ringers. Thanks very much.
We're working on getting Jaffe on more often. I mean, that's why I wanted to do this today. The problem is we're just kind of out of real estate. When we had 2 episodes of Sacred Plus a week, it was like a curse, right? Yeah. But now I kind of look at it in hindsight, like the grass is always greener, where it's like it was kind of a blessing because we had.
You got nothing going on Saturday, Sunday. What's the matter with you, Colin?
I'm not working on. I don't want to.
I'll work on the weekend. I don't need you to do it. I'll do a live stream Saturday and Sunday call-in show about video games. People will love it. You'll make a boatload of money.
I don't.
Dustin don't mind working in Mission Church.
The money, I don't even care about it. I want to do, like, cool things with you.
Right. Well, then you won't make a boatload. Give it all to me. The point is this, Colin. When's your game coming out, by the way? When's that fucking game coming out?
We have a date internally. It'll come out in like, I think early to mid Q2.
This is the Castlevania-esque.
Yeah.
I love that demo.
I'm telling, like, I felt this way about Harbroxia 2 to a degree too, which I think is an excellent game, but for what it is, for like what we're trying to do, this game is fucking awesome, dude. Like, I go in and I look at it because I'm still, like, writing a lot of the various, like, enemy compendium stuff and all the rest, and, like, some of the dialogue, and so I'm playing it and I'm like, this is so, and they're constantly changing and updating. I'm like, this is so good. Like, I can't believe we've gotten to this game. Like this is a game that we couldn't do.
The demo was it did a good job. It was really well done.
Thank you.
I will recommend a game called Haunted Lands, which is similar.
All right then.
And there's a demo of that right now. It's different enough. It's not similar like, it's nothing like that. They're different games, of course, but it clearly draws from a lot of the same inspiration, and the demo is great. It doesn't control as good as y'all's game, though. Y'all's controls much better.
And they just keep like I'm excited for people to see what it is, because there's so much more to it than we let on. And obviously it's an ode to old Castlevania, which we can see, but it's really an ode to Faxanadu, Zelda 2, DuckTales, things like that. Like I think people will see that more when they play it. Really, the Castlevania stuff is like only as deep as the visuals and some of the,
but I like the whole carriage fighting on the carriage.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's an ode to Rondo of Blood,
Yeah, I mean, that was fucking awesome. You saw they're doing the Disney, it may already be out, right? The Disney Afternoon compilation.
Yeah, well, that had come out years ago, and then
the new one.
They re-released it with new games, but I think the new games are only on Switch too, as I heard. I wonder if they're going to patch it, like do a backwards patch or whatever.
I don't know.
I did buy that collection, but I have not played it because I love those Capcom, like Little Mermaid and obviously DuckTales 2, that kind of stuff. These are good games.
Yes, they are.
And then. Yeah, they added like Rescue Rangers or something they added to it.
You know what I think you're gonna like? I'm sure it's already on your radar coming out this year. Is Mina the Howler?
Oh yeah, Hollower. Yeah, dude, I've been all over that game for years.
The demo was great. I think it's finally coming out in a couple months, but the demo was really, really good.
The story behind that game is so interesting. Do you know anything about that game?
No.
Just like they've talked about it publicly or I think it was Jason Schreier went there and wrote about it, about how like the game was the brainchild of like an intern. Who they promoted ultimately to the director of that game, and it kind of just wasn't working. And
I can't fathom why.
And you're right. And so Sean Velasco, who's like the director of Shovel Knight, had to come in and is the one who's finishing it. Because I'm frustrated with Yacht Club. I love those guys. Those guys, I have a relationship with those guys. I know I've said this before, but for people that are not familiar, it's like when Shovel Knight was being announced, they like literally hunted a person like me down, and they tell the story about how like they contacted me because they figured out that I was a person of prominence in the industry at the time, like in the media, that happened to love the games that they loved, and so they targeted me, and they talked about that afterwards, and like took advantage of that in a way.
Yeah, smart.
And it worked. I was like,
did you help promote it? I mean, I'm trying to remember where you were when that
we
game
revealed
came
it
out.
at IGN.
Okay.
And they've been really, really sweet to me over the years. Like when I wrote the intro to their art book, they gave me a signed copy of the art book that I can give to my nephew because he's such a huge fan of the games. So they've been really, really very nice to me. But I kind of want to go up to them and just kind of fucking shake them by the lapel and be like, "What are you doing? Like, what are you guys doing?" You know, like it's been.
What do you mean games taking so long?
Well, yeah, dude, they haven't released a new game since Shovel Knight, except for like the expansions that are just reworks of Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm like, there should be 3 or 4 Shovel Knight games at this point. There should be, like, I remember them talking, you know how they're doing the Robot Master competition now for Mega Man, where like people are designing their own robots for the game, which is like the way it always was in Japan.
Okay.
They're doing that now. You can vote on them. Capcom is doing it or whatever. And they were going to do something like they were talking about doing something like that for Shovel Knight, like where people would, submit they had all these great ideas, and it's like, what happened? And now they're making a 3D Shovel Knight game, and I'm like, that sounds cool, and I bet you it's going to be awesome. But I know that was always what they wanted to do. They talked to me at the time. They were like, we want to do Shovel
over the shoulder, or just still a 2.5D Shovel Knight.
I know it's like, I think it'd be like over the shoulder. I think because they always talked about how they wanted to do like Shovel Knight, Super Shovel Knight, Shovel Knight 64, that kind of thing. And so I think this is kind of their Shovel Knight 64. But I'm like, really, we could have used like the Mega Man 2 of Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
And you guys just never did it. And from my perspective, I'm so annoyed. I am so annoyed by that, because that's such a, not only a slam dunk, but necessitated by the first game. What did you learn?
Did you play the Hollower demo?
No, I don't want to play it. I'll definitely I'll buy it when the time comes. In fact, I think I might have even supported it on Kickstarter. I don't even remember. It's been so long.
It's good. So cool.
Because the only other games I supported on Kickstarter was that new Fantasia Arms or something like that. It was like the Wild Arms.
The one
Wild
from
Fantasia,
the Final Fantasy.
Maybe it's called. Yeah, it's like they did one for like Shadow Hearts, or like a new Shadow Hearts type game, and a new one for a new Wild Hearts style game.
Okay.
Or Wild Arms style game. And anyway, it doesn't matter. We're way off the topic. Shovel Knight 2.
The next super chat is for $50.
Wow, thank you. That's very nice.
From JS Dylan Schneider, who says 7-Eleven pizza for Tech and Jaffe later.
Thank you, buddy. We appreciate that. Moneybags McGee is what I call him. He's always there with his financial and creative wisdom. Thank you, buddy.
7-Eleven pizza.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good. Well, I started eating it because we would do this show called Madhouse, and it was late, and I'd get high, and everything was closed except 7-Eleven. So I'm like, well, I want pizza. I'll get it from 7-Eleven. It's not bad. You know, it's pretty good truck stop pizza. And sometimes that's exactly what the night calls for. So, you know, I ain't no snob when it comes to pizza. Pizza's pizza, baby.
I agree.
Early Zoomer says in the chat, by the way, Colin, the other nights were basically sequels. And he's talking about Shovel Knight. It's like, no, they weren't.
No, they were like, there was like a puzzle game that they did.
Yeah,
with
those,
it.
I mean, those are like total spinoffs, and those were fine, made by other studios, but like the expansions, like the Plague Knight expansion and the Spectre Knight expansion, that's like Shovel Knight 1.1, Shovel Knight 1.2.
Yeah, you like played the same game with a different character.
It's not, they're not the sequels. You know, that was what was so fucking annoying. And them saying that, like, well, we promised we would do this in the Kickstarter. And I'm like, just go to the Kickstarters and say, we'll give you the new game for free. You know?
Yeah.
That's all you had to do. All in quotes.
San Juan Grand Prix says, Jaffe, what do you think of the new Epstein files?
I think it's important to know what's real and what's not. Some of the stuff that I saw that was supposedly real was absolutely batshit crazy, and I had to look it up and go, okay, that's not real. Like,
there's like a searchable compendium of them, right?
There is now, yeah, but that's really hard because you can put almost anybody's name in there, and as long as they've been in the news, like I put in Steven Spielberg's name and it came up a bunch, but it wasn't that he was with Epstein. It was that Epstein on his hard drive got news from the Hollywood Reporter delivered, and Spielberg's name was in a headline, right? So it had nothing to do with Epstein. But there was like a news story of like, or a Twitter about a file where George Bush fucked a baby and then they like ate the baby's intestines. And I'm like, okay, there's no way that's real. And I looked it up and it turned out, of course, it's not real. Or if it is real, wasn't released in the Epstein files. But I think the stuff that was released is you know, pretty surprising as it relates to, is there ever a point, like what is the point where Americans decide, like, what are you going to do? Get up off the couch and get a gun? Like, I don't know what you're supposed to do with the fact that like Brett Ratner, the director of Rush Hour and some of the X-Men movies and now the new Melania movie, is literally in pictures snuggling up with a clear preteen girl. Now, it's not illegal to snuggle up with a preteen girl, but we assume there's more to that story, right? So I think there's a lot of indication there that there's a lot of bad people doing bad shit, but I don't really know, you know, what do you do with all this? There's a lot of bad shit happening right now. And I think for me, whether you love Trump, hate Trump, love ICE, your take on Epstein files, whatever, it's been a real wake up to me, which is going, okay, some really bad shit's going down. Short of going and getting a gun and starting a revolution and hoping you win, other than voting, what else are you going to do? Right. So I don't, that's my take. That's my response.
Yeah, my favorite one was the email of, I don't know who it was, some guy emailing him and saying, like, do you have the picture of you being a fat retard? Have you seen that one?
I didn't see that one. That was pretty great.
And then Epstein responds being like, I'll try to find it or something like that. Like that was, so someone was just searching for the word retard, I guess, in the in the file compendium. My theory about the Epstein files has long been, because people have had these theories that like this person or that person, obviously Trump or Clinton or whatever, like are implicated in such horrible ways in this. And I'm like, I don't know that that's necessarily what it's going to be, although that's probably in there in some sense, like some sort of, you know, because a lot of it is just like they're gathering information. It's not even vetted or anything. It's just that's I think a major reason why people thought it was a bad idea some people thought it was a bad idea to release it. My whole theory has always been that like there's such dark shit happening with characters you don't even know, but that have incredible amounts of power at business or in government or whatever in these various institutions, and that it would become incredibly destabilizing for it all to be known at the same time.
Tough.
Yeah, no, I agree. But
no, I know, but I'm just like, I'm tired of that excuse. You're right, but I'm tired of that excuse.
Well, because I got tired of being like, oh, Bill Clinton's gonna be like, or Donald Trump and this and that. I'm like, maybe they're in there, but I'm like, it's not that. Like, that's not what they're afraid of. Like, or like the powers that be are afraid of. It's like something deeper than that, which makes it in some way scarier, because these are some of the most powerful people you know about, but it's about the people that you don't know about, I think, and the things that they're capable of. So I've kind of like I find a lot of this stuff interesting when I can catch up with it, but I'm kind of trying to sit back and like, I want there to be an accounting of like what's real and what isn't, like what's interesting, like give people time to read this stuff and go through it. And I think they're releasing
even that though, I don't feel I'm apathetic about this stuff at all. I'm very engaged and passionate, but there's a point that even that, whether you're talking about the JFK Commission or the 9/11 Commission, it's like you have to make peace with the fact that you're never going to know, because even those commissions will put things out, and it's like there's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense in here, and it's like, and they had the time to sit back with the facts and put it all together and say this is what we know, and it's like, I don't trust you people anymore. You're not trustworthy as an institution.
Well, that's why I don't think it should even be partisan or political at all. It's like, it's how I feel at the UAP disclosure stuff. It's like it's not up to you to hide this stuff from us. At some point, like, we deserve to know what's really happening, even if you think that it would be destabilizing or could be revolutionary in some way. It's like,
unless it is what you say, and it's people from the future, and it's our future government going to our past government going, guys, if you do XYZ, it leads to this. Don't do that. But short of that, I think you're absolutely right. They don't own this.
Right, exactly. Like, I just feel like we deserve to. It's not even deserve. It's like we should just know. Like, it's up to us. And so it's not even a political thing for me at all. I just think people are losing the forest for the trees, from my perspective, when they focus on individuals. Because I just feel like I'm like, it's if there was implications about individuals that were really serious in these things, I feel like it would have leaked a long time ago, or at least a lot of it would have leaked. I really believe that it's just deeper than that, but maybe what it might end up being is it's just both. And,
well, I mean, Trump was in there, Clinton was in there, Trump was in there saying he raped somebody, and the DOJ took it out the next day. So whether it's true or not, it was in there. But wow, Trump's a rapist. I'm so shocked.
Well, that the point of that is that, like, if you read a lot of the accusations and the things people are reading, like, these are like just intake forms.
That's right. Yeah.
Like, so it's like, right. I one of them that's circulating that's really interesting. I don't know who it's about, but it's like this crazy accusation. It might be about Bill Clinton or something. And then underneath it, there's like notes, and they said, like, this person has been institutionalized 3 times. Like, this person, blah, 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 like kind of context for it.
Right.
And so I think that was another angle of like, and that is kind of the unfortunate reality of this much harvesting of data over the many years and keeping it hidden, is like, yeah, there's going to be a lot of just bullets whizzing around that are not, that's not fair to some people that are going to be, implicated, because
I saw the one where the woman was institutionalized, and it's like, she was saying that, like, she gave a date where, like, ChatGPT becomes sentient, and it's the beginning of, like, the end. And there's like nukes and robots rise up and stuff. And she's been in the hospital 3 or 4 times. So
who knows? Yeah. I mean, that's classic. That's also classic, like, filmic,
it's
like
also the plot for Terminator 2.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, yes, yeah. But I'm also saying it's a trope. That's what I was gonna say. This is a trope for beyond Terminator, beyond all those things of like the crazy person,
no doubt,
being the mystic or whatever.
That's right. That's right.
Sarah Connor.
I love that movie. I came to like the game. I didn't like the game at first.
I liked it the more I played it too.
Weird. I know why, but I didn't know it at first. I was just like, I was disappointed at first.
It's really good, actually. But yeah, I was kind of disappointed with it too. It wasn't. I was surprised by it, because it's scripted in a way.
That's right.
Yeah, like, there's something about it that's very unique and interesting. But the more you play it, like the hospital scene when she's escaping,
I thought that was great. Yeah.
Yeah, and that scene can be done perfectly. if you know like how to do it. It's pretty cool. While you're hiding from the Terminator, and you're also hiding from the personnel of the hospital.
But when you play it first and you just compare it to other run and gun shooters, it feels very like this is too simple. This just doesn't compete with Iron Meat or Neon Inferno or even the last Contra. And then you're like, oh, this is doing something different. But it was hard to get that at first. I love the scene where you throw the guy into the jukebox and it starts playing Bad to the Bone. That was the best.
Yeah, it's super cool. That whole scene is really cool.
Yeah,
the bar scene is really neat. Yeah, that's a great game. Highly recommended. And yeah, I remember being disappointed. We played it for the first time when I played it on stream and like discovering how short it was and all of the rest. But you really get what they're doing.
And the branching is cool too. It's really cool that you can make some. Yeah, I liked it.
Tech Protect JG writes in once again, Jaffe. Says, Jaffe, let me out of the basement, please. It's Colin here, and I want to ask LSM about Ubisoft hacks. Jaffe?
Okay. I think you just did.
Are you getting you have a little slave in your basement?
No, that's a him and my daughter thing. Whatever they want to get up to. What I have said is I am so grateful that I don't hear what they get up to, because I don't think I could handle that. But the fact that I don't have to hear it,
you don't want to know.
I don't give a shit what they're doing as long as they're safe. So if they like basement play, good for them. Good for them. You stay down there, Tech, until you earn your freedom, you fuck.
I think we have a 30+ minute, maybe not that long, segment on Sacred Symbols about the Ubisoft hacks. So
listen there.
Go ahead. Listen there. It's free for everybody now. Death Metal in Your Face says, sorry, Jaffe, but God of War 1 is better than 2. I love both.
I love both as well, but I think it's tough too, because all I'm saying is you don't know what you don't know till you know it. And when you know it, you make a sequel, right? I mean, that's the truth. And so that's why Yote is so much better. It's not that Yote was better directed. It's not that it was better written, this, that, or the other. It's that you spend a huge amount of your resources making anything, a podcast, a game, a movie, learning what the fuck the product is. And by the time you figured it out, you have to ship it. So yeah, I think most sequels, that's why Twisted Metal 2 is better than Twisted Metal 1. I think it's a kind of a standard thing.
Syndicated Television says, y'all got to do a Code Violet stream. Someone, please.
I want to get that game. Code Violet 2, you mean?
Code Violet. I'm surprised by how many copies that game seems to be selling just based on its star ratings on PlayStation. Like it's sold probably high tens of thousands of copies. Something
Isn't
like that.
2 already out? The new one just came out, right?
What?
From Bandai?
There is a sequel
no,
called
that's Code Vein 2.
Oh, then I don't know what Code Violet is.
Oh, Code Violet's like that shitty looking dinosaur shooting game.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah.
I investigated it because I was considering streaming it for my channel, but it doesn't seem funny bad like Mind's Eye. It just seems bad. Bad.
No. I mean, it's trying to be retro, I think, in a way, which is cool. But that's a fine line. It's hard to do.
Isn't it crazy that it's like, how fucking hard is it to make a fucking dinosaur game? We get Capcom doesn't want to do it for whatever reason. Maybe they will. But how fucking hard is it? And I will say this, one of the things I like about Xbox this generation more than PlayStation is everything's so goddamn precious with PlayStation. You know, it's like no one's going to do that. No one's going to take their shot of their art and just make a fucking grindhouse, great fucking wonderful shooter with dinosaurs. But I could see somebody at Xbox Studios doing it, you know, because they just kind of shoot shots more often. But how hard is it to make a fucking... And where's the goddamn Jurassic Park first-person game that we saw 2 years ago? What is that fucking thing? Remember this? We saw it at one of Keeley's shows.
I don't know. Let me look.
When the fuck are we going to get a goddamn dinosaur game where I can shoot fucking people? The Capcom goddamn Dino, whatever the fuck it was not...
Primal?
Yeah, that was fine, but I don't want to play it more than a day or two.
Jurassic Park's one of those franchises. There were a couple of Jurassic Park games that were good over time, I think, but like it's surprising that they've kind of dropped the ball with cross-media potential with that. I felt that way about a lot of things, actually. Terminator was another one.
Yeah.
Journey to Silius on NES was supposed to be a Terminator game, and that would have been the best Terminator game. I don't know why they pulled the license from that, because that would have been sick, but
well, you got a new G.I. Joe on the way. You'll be excited for that one, right? There's a big
Wizards of the Coast is working on it.
Yeah, cool.
It's a Snake Eyes game. I understand.
Yeah, I mean, what are you
it's not like it's not
Clutch.
Yeah, right, exactly.
The rock and roll.
Cross country
Guy with
or
a
whatever.
beard. Yeah.
So I understand it's got to be one of those guys, but yeah, I'm hopeful because I think that's another thing that could just be nailed, and there aren't that many good G.I. Joe games. Like I think the NES games are great, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I mean, they better hurry because this is one of the problems with everything being a brand of Gen Z and millennials and nobody getting new stuff. Is that the G.I. Joe fandom is aging up.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And the people coming in, all their shit is based on our shit. Right? It's like they don't got any new shit for the most part.
Yeah, it's kind of sad in a way. I'm young for a G.I. Joe fan, actually.
Yeah.
So
I guess
it's definitely
K-pop Demon Hunters, I guess that's, the new He-Man one. I agree, Lutron. That game looks like it could be a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to the movie too, just because I like He-Man. So we'll see what happens.
Johnny Drums says, Jaffe.
Johnny Drums, I love him.
Jaffe, if you have to make a game solo right now, how would you and what would you make?
Well, I mean, if I had to make one right now, I would basically go to Google Gemini and vibe code it. And I've done that recently and it's actually a lot of fun. But if I was going to make something with a team, I have an idea for a really cool IP. People sit around the TV and play it together, kind of party game that I think someone like a Netflix might be interested in. So that, or I would do a walking simulator narrative game that's like a political thriller for an idea I have. But the idea of building a team I'm much more interested in doing podcasting and streaming than that. It's just it's a huge endeavor.
Miggy Azalea says, hi, I'm never home for these. Colin, your insights are stimulating. Dustin, your hard work is always noticed. Jaffe, your creativity is lovely. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, buddy. We appreciate
very sweet
that.
of you.
That was very nice.
That was very sweet of you.
We need a nice super chat. Appreciate it. Okay. Jake Starr says, Jaffe, the first time I ever came across the term autistic was the patient file of Yellow Jacket and Twisted Metal Black. Also, the cover was so scary to a 10-year-old that I opened the case from the back when I first got it.
I adore that story for you. I love that. I love that you have memories of the manual. I have such memories of manuals from my video games. So cool, man. I'm not saying you liked it, but I love that you got scared by it. That's cool.
I miss the days of manuals.
Me too.
I can't believe what are you really going to do? But the player base just kind of didn't fight back during the PS3 and certainly in the PS4 era, and they're like, we're just not going to do these anymore. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. There's that used to be so fun. That was the best.
They tried it, and yeah, like you said, the players didn't care.
Nope.
And so they were like, well, we'll save money. I mean, it did save money. I mean, they used to hire.
How much did it save? That's what I've always
not
wondered.
Just the printing, but there were little cottage industries that would make manuals. So they would call me and say, okay, we're using this company to make the Twisted Metal Black manual. And we would have meetings and they would have their art director come in and I would write stuff. And then they would send, there was probably a 10-man team that made manuals, and there were probably 10 or 15 of these companies all in America, so it wasn't free. And I thought it added to the experience. And I think most people would agree that it did. But I guess ultimately it, I was showing somebody the other day, I have it somewhere, one of the manuals, Ultima 3, that box came with 8 or 9 manuals. One was a book if you wanted to play the cleric and you had a spell book, and one was if you were a wizard, and it was just it was delightful, man. But yeah, I miss them as well.
I've heard about how a lot of that stuff was farmed out, and I'm sure some of them were done internally too, but I would have been, as the director or in production, I would have been obsessed with doing the manual internally.
I wrote them and I directed them, but I didn't, I'm not an artist, so I didn't do
together
the layout.
Yeah.
But Twisted Black, for example, I wanted it to be, and I originally wanted it to look like an old document, and they said, we can't do that. It's got to be standard paper. And so the art looks like it's torn, they do stuff like that. It had this is a brand new book, but it's done in a retro style for Stephen King, right? So it's got so they did that kind of stuff for the Black manual. which I appreciated, but you know, it was cool. It was cool.
That's it.
That's it. You said like you had something to say there, Jaffles.
Oh, sorry. No, sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, next one. Kevin Thomas says, "Hey, hot take. I think Intergalactic will be better than GTA 6. I thinking it will have better gameplay and story."
Probably true.
It probably will have better gameplay and story, but about also they're very different games, and inevitably, and so it's probably going to be weird to compare them ultimately.
Yeah,
I have full belief in it in Intergalactic.
Assassin AK says, "Jaffe, if Rockstar called you to have your own radio station in GTA 6, would you do it? If yes, what would your radio station be about?"
That's fun.
I would do two things. I would do probably kind of like the 80s channel. But what I would really do is like 4 times a week, I would do a live stream that would be pumped into GTA 6. And so it would be an actual show like this, but it would be streamed into the game when you're playing it. That's what I would do. And I would do it with a little bit more energy, Dustin, than you seem to be.
What did I do to you, Jaffe?
No, I love you to death, but both you guys seem so down today.
I'm sorry. I'm in a great mood. I'm having fun.
I'm not saying you're in a good mood. I'm just saying there's kind of a low energy to this.
I was going to say the you doing a fake Art Bell would be fun for you. Like
yeah, that would be great. I loved Art Bell. I don't like the Neary guy as much. Don't say Dustin, we love you. Like I adore Dustin.
No,
I'm
Jaffe,
not knocking Dustin.
I can change for you. Let's do this next one from
I'm not knocking Dustin. I'm just saying there's kind of like
thank you for your donation. Yeah. Poggers, let's go. Okay.
Shut up, Ash. Ash says Jaffe hates Dustin. Thoughts? Fuck you. That's how rumors get started.
Jaffe, let's talk about this.
All right, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about this.
Right. You got him right.
Okay. 98 Just Chill also wrote in again and said, "Freedom Wars Hot Pepper game review." That was a good video, Colin.
Yeah, that was rough. I remember that so well because it was so bad. It was worse than I thought it was going to be, for sure. But funny. Came out funny. That was a funny idea.
That was good. Blaze M4. Jaffe, thoughts on sleeping Winnie the Pooh style?
I don't know what that means.
That means you sleep with only a shirt on, and this is what
Colin I would
does.
Never do that. I've never been one of these. A lot of guys, especially, they say they like to sleep naked. First off, I've never understood that. Like unless you're with somebody and it's you're doing stuff. But frankly, I fall asleep in the clothes I wear. I don't have bed clothes. I just when I'm ready to go to bed, I just fall into bed and I'm asleep.
Oh yeah, that's what I do too. Is like I take my shower towards the end of the day. Like we're doing this, I'll like dick around, and then I'm gonna work out like 6 or 7, and then I'll take a shower, then I'll eat dinner, and I kind of like settle in for the night. And then I take off when I go to bed. I take off my pants and my boxers, and I just sleep in the shirt I was wearing. And I'm still wearing that shirt from last night right now under this, whatever that shirt is, and then so on and so forth. So,
but why do the pants and the underwear have to go?
I just need to be able to move around. They bunch up kind of.
Is your dick that big? I thought my dick.
I have a fairly sizable penis. Yeah.
Maybe if your dick's like, I don't think I have a small penis, but it's not big enough that it feels like, oh my God, I need some fucking freedom. This thing's been constricted all day in pants like that. You just might have a big dick.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm well endowed, but I mean, I'm not. It's not like extraordinary.
Micah, we need a fact check. Micah,
well, what about Dustin? Do you need your dick freed at the end of the day?
No, I sleep in the just underwear, so like boxer briefs, and like I'll just sleep in the shirt that I was wearing that day.
Right.
And boxer briefs or regular boxers. Never regular briefs. I'm not a regular briefs guy, but. Micah says, okay, I asked for a Micah fact check on Colin's penis, and she said, "I very happy wife." Wow, Colin, that might be the most support she's ever given you.
I know, she's never really had very nice things to say about me.
I like how she had to talk like, here's what I will say about Ghost of Yote. When you're playing it in English, when you're playing the English dub, why do all the actors sound like, hello, welcome to Ghost of the Yote? It's like Mr. Miyagi. I'm like, it's a dub. Why are they doing this kind of terrible Japanese English accent? I don't understand that.
But I do want to close the loop here on. So the penis is a good size, but it's not why the box. It's my legs I have big legs. Like I have, and everything's just very constrained. That the boxers, it's being stretched, it's being bunched. It's got to go. That's really the reason.
Okay.
Jaffe, do you have a call? Do you have something better to do right now?
I just turned it off, motherfucker.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. Chet Snooze, who says, how do we fix the Gooner problem? They ruin games. I think they had an emoji in there, but it's not coming through on the...
What's that mean?
The Gooner problem?
You mean all these guys who want all the girls in the game to be just, it's a fuckable thing?
Yeah, I feel like these people have always existed.
Oh yeah, they were like Miss Pac-Man. It's like, oh my God, she's so fucking hot.
Miss Pac-Man.
Fuck Miss
Pac-Man.
Or
I feel like these people have kind of
Kong.
always existed. I do find them annoying as well. Like I have always in my entire life always kind of had like rolled my eyes with like the hypersexualization of anything, and I've made myself over many times. I'm very prude in a lot of ways. Like I'm like, enough already. Like it's like not the be all end all of all existence. It's really not. Like I've
and more importantly, they're talking to you on the internet, which means they're a hop, skip, and a jump away from typing Pornhub.com. You have all the access to all the porn you need. Does it have to be in everything?
It's just weird. It's like this and I've noticed like people make these images, like it went with Aloy back in the day. Like it's like, here's Aloy through AI, like what she should have looked like. And I'm like, they all look the same. All of these women that it all looks the same. It's like the shadowy eye and like the glamour makeup and the hair and it's like, it's so boring. You don't see other things as attractive too. It comes, I've said this and I dead up mean it. Like it comes off as a little gay. Like this idea that like, it's only the hottest chicks ever. I have the highest taste and I'm only the biggest tits and it's like you don't see the texture and beauty at all. Like you all want it reduced down to like this. And that's what I find so funny about AI pictures is like they all look the same. They actually all look the same.
I'm trying to see if I can send you guys on this. Maybe I can. Here you go. This is a picture that was going around Twitter that they were like, make Sydney Sweeney Lara Croft.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah.
That
And she's like, oh my God. Oh my God. And I don't think, I mean, she looks attractive, but I don't think she's like makes the best Lara Croft, but it's just like, but look at the tits. Look at the tits. And
I'm like her whole thing. I don't know. Like, it's a little much now, like, it's like, all right, cool. It's a woman. Have you ever seen a woman before?
Right.
No offense.
Maybe not.
She's very attractive. We get it. There's attractive women everywhere.
But you know what? Maybe what it does is it reminds me of Vegas, right? Like a lot of times if you have lived on the coast or you've lived in a big city and you go to Vegas, you're like, Vegas is cool. It's got some neat little sets and neat hotels and it's a good time. But it seems like a lot of times the people who come from like the Midwest or the South, or they're like, oh my God, it's like debauchery central. I'm like, Vegas, it's tame, it's manufactured, but maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's like that with sex with them. They're just like, oh yeah, their eyes come out.
Right, exactly.
Like, oh, look at that lady. And I'm like,
there are places you'll notice more beautiful people. Like when I lived in Santa Monica, right? It's like,
we had them shipped in fresh every morning.
There's beautiful people everywhere, as opposed to like San Francisco was a little rough, right?
Yeah. That was
Boston,
the shit though, right?
Boston was like everyone was dressed like an Eskimo all the time, so you never really knew what anyone looked like anyway. So you're right. It's about like where you are and where you come from. But to me, I'm just like, I don't know, man. This whole obsession with like the beauty aesthetic, I find so strange because I think lots of people look great. Like I think lots of men look great, lots of women look great. Like there's a lot of different kinds of ways to look and look attractive and to be appealing, and it all reduces.
When you say you think it's a little gay,
yeah,
I think I know what you mean. In the sense that I don't know. I don't know if gay is the word I would use, but it seems a little reflective of a stunted person who's being performative. You know what I mean? It feels like,
yes.
you know.
Well, Atsu is a great example of that. What we were talking about earlier. It's
Yeah, she's a real attractive woman. What's the matter with you?
It's like, again, it's not like the boo, like the eyes coming out of the head or whatever. You just notice and you're like, well, she's certainly not what you're making her out to be. I mean,
no,
it's straight. So that's what bothers me about the Gooners. And I still think about
when
that.
You say Gooners, that's what Dustin meant. Okay.
But that's that. I mean, that's the way I interpret it.
No, but I mean, the question you read, that's what they were talking about. I see.
Coders333 says Colin is poly confirmed. I want to be clear about something. I'm a very average looking person. I don't think I'm especially good looking at all. I'm way too good looking to be poly. Like
poly means you like anything?
No, poly is like you're in a relationship with like, you know, like a bunch of different people are in relationships with each other. I'm orders of magnitude too attractive for that.
Because only ugly people are polyamorous?
Correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
Fair.
Machine XP writes in with the next super chat.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm sure there's some like when you find out, like, here's my polycule or whatever, and I'm like, it's some of these people, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to go to your swinger party. I don't want to go to your birthday party, buddy. I don't want to be
good for you to find more than one person that will fuck you. You know, good for you.
It's like
Machine XP says, change for us, please, and for Jaffe. I think this was in reference to me not being exuberant enough
for Jaffe.
I wasn't hype enough for Jaffe.
Yeah, no.
So I'm working on it. I'm trying.
That's okay. Look, when Colin eventually comes around and says, Jaffe, you can do a weekend live stream because nothing's happening on the channel on those days, I'll get you to train somebody to be the producer who's got some. You know, I need a Quivers, baby. I need a Robin Quivers.
Now Jaffe wants someone to come in and do my job. All right.
Wow.
Because I want somebody who wants to do it. Every time you read a super chat, Dustin, you know I love you, but it feels like you're like, you know, you're adding a name to Schindler's List or something. It's like, come on, you know, can we this is a fun thing we're doing. We get to talk to people.
Rules.
Wow. Jesus. Do this here. Bye, Jaffe.
Dustin's getting upset.
Oh, you can still hear. I took his face off.
I am leaving Dustin alone. I like Dustin. I'm just saying. Shut up, Lockmore. Don't make it. I like Lockmore too. I'm gonna wrap myself in a little blanket.
I have a lot of power. I don't have the most power at Last Stand, but I have some power. Just
You're a liked guy. You're beloved. You're a beloved figure.
Well, clearly not by you.
Look. Let's be clear. I can appreciate and love someone while
thinking
also,
they fucking suck. Apparently,
I didn't say you sucked. I think you're great at this. I mean, granted, Colin's the one who had to solve the technical problems today. But that said, no, I think you're great. I'm just saying that you seem a little down, and for this role, you know. Let's go, baby. Come on, let's bring some hip hop gamer energy to it, you know.
All right.
Dustin will remember that. He will remember that.
Yeah,
this super chat says, "Sup, as a dad of 2 kids, 5 and 3, what 3 games from each of you should I show my kids when they're old enough? Jaffe and Alex Jones stream when?" Well, Jaffe, what do you think of this super chat? What do you think, Jaffe?
I don't want you to read it like you're trying to convince a child to get in your van.
Oh my God.
This is how it should be read, Dustin.
Okay, you show me how to do it. You show me how to do it, Jaffe.
Yeah, let me show you how to do it. Let me see if I
You can just run the stream next time too. You know, we can just come on.
Saturdays, 10 o'clock. I'll be here for you guys. Okay, listen to this. Here it is. All right, this is great. This is coming in from Bedtime Bear. Sorry, he says, and thank you for that. We appreciate it. He says, hey, look, Jaffe, as a dad of 2 kids, 5 and 3, what 3 games from each of you guys should I show my kids when they're old enough? Jaffe and Alex Jones. Thank you first off for the super chat and support. We appreciate it. Well, I don't know. It's an interesting question. We're not going to give you 3. That would take a little bit too much time. But if you're going to show your kid, a game that really expresses why you love this medium, Colin, let's go with you first. What do you think is going to make them go, I may or may not love games, but I get why my dad does. Dustin, do you see?
Sorry, what? I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
Of course. Well, that's much as clear. It's a good question, though. It is interesting. What game would you show someone, your child, to go, this is why dad loves what he does?
Super Mario World.
Okay.
Something highly playable.
It still holds up, too.
Dustin's just going through. Dustin
Dustin looks
right
like
now.
somebody like in a Western with that mustache.
You want the spice, Jaffe? I'm not fun enough for you.
This is all. Oh no.
What's he doing now?
Listen.
What's he doing now?
Oh, I don't know. I'm apparently
what
being
game
boring.
though? What game?
What game, Dustin?
I forgot the question. I got to be honest. I'm trying to reread it.
Jesus
With 3
Christ.
games each, you show my kids when they're old enough.
Just one game.
Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
It's good
I
for the
would say
kids.
Yote right now. Yote or Starfield, I would show them. And I'll tell you something about Yote. I play Yote and I wish my dad were alive to see it. Because it's the closest I've come to something that is like a Western that he grew up, or I grew up watching my dad love Westerns. And I haven't played Red Dead, so I'm sure that'll do the trick. But the art and the world and the just being in the space, I think he would just go, I don't think he'd want to play it because he was always too old for games, but I think he would get it. I think he would go, I get why my kid really loves this stuff because this is transformative. So thank you for the question, Bedtime Bear. We sure do appreciate that, man. Call back anytime. Who else we got with some super chats coming down the line? Let's see. It's not a problem, pal. Lockmort says Dustin for president coming from across the pond. Thank you, Lockmort. We appreciate that. We hear good things. We hear at Last Stand Me, you'll be keeping an eye on you. We hear you got some moxie and talent, kid. Thank you, Lockmort, for
He's great. Lockmort's great.
supporting the show, buddy. Rock Band, I'm a fan with the super chat says this is the best stream yet. Love more Jaffe. You goddamn right you do. You goddamn right you do. Talk to Colin. He's the man in charge. He'll get me on a regular basis.
I'm trying to. Oh my god.
Yeah, he ain't trying shit. Listen to this. Fukioko 23 drops a 5 spot. Says love the stream. One of my faves. Dustin, have a hug for you if you need it. You goddamn right he needs it. Go ahead,
Fukioko. That's an even worse than a Dustin reading.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jaffe claimed to be so good at this, but that was
Fairy Yuki 23. I don't fucking know. Okay. Let's get some calls going. Let's get some calls going.
Let's do that. I have told, by the way, I was looking at until like 420 to 425.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, Dustin, you know I adore you and I'm fucking with you.
Oh,
right?
I know. Dude, no. Well, that's the thing. I'm reading chat. They're
people
like,
will not know that though.
Dustin's
People
so
will think
sensitive.
I'm actually mad or you're actually mad.
No, absolutely not. I must be a good actor.
You are.
I don't know. People, they're thinking.
People always read my flat affect for some reason as me being annoyed, which I don't understand because I'm a very flat, dry person. But
yeah,
so I understand. People are going to see it the way you want.
Okay, so you guys want to call in?
Yeah, let's get a call in.
Let me get this out of this. Let's go with Randy Jammy 2. Okay.
Randy Jammy.
You gotta unmute yourself, bud. And then you're on the stream. It's been a while, so maybe you've forgotten, maybe you fell asleep. Maybe you have 5 seconds.
Randy.
Oh, hey, sorry about that. I was listening to the stream and couldn't get my phone to act right. So I apologize for that.
Did you get the email, Randy?
Get which email?
The one that said we don't care about your life story. Just what's your fucking question?
Oh, so I did not. But duly
what up,
noted.
Randy? How you doing, buddy? What do you want to talk about?
Jaffe's being mean. Randy, how are you?
Jaffe's
I'm
cranky right now.
I'm flirting with him.
It's too early for Jaffe.
What do you got, Randy? What do you want to talk about?
So Colin, actually, you may know me. I have a different Patreon name, but I'm the first LSM divorce story.
Oh,
the one where you and Micah kind of inspired me to take the jump.
Right. Was that the one we were making? Was that the one where we were making fun of it?
No, I don't think you ever. I mean, you joked.
Because there was a divorce we make fun of, right?
There was one that you made fun of. Mine was the first one where you were kind of just like, "Oh my god, I can't believe we did that." But I mean, you didn't ever really Right.
So you're not the guy who left his kids.
I've got kids. I mean, I didn't leave them. That they're. I have 2 daughters, so they're naturally with their mom. Yeah, I still support them and
Fuck does
everything.
that
But I mean, yeah, I left. They're 16 and 10, so
Right,
they're
right. So
old
they'll be all
enough
right.
to decide. That I gave them the option. Do you want
Yeah.
to be
Oh,
with
right.
me or your
That's
mom?
what I had the option when I was a kid too. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I mean, I didn't put all that in my message. It did kind of read like, "Hey, I'm out," but it was like, "Hey, do you guys want to go with me? Okay, you don't. Okay, I'm out." Like so, kind. So yeah. I mean, the divorce is still ongoing, but
Yeah.
life.
Did you have a prenuptial agreement?
No, we got married when we were 18 and 20, and a lot of the reason for the acrimony that led to the divorce is because she was so financially irresponsible that we weren't able to build up very much worth splitting. So, kind of a blessing and a curse, I guess. So, no, I mean it was pretty clean as it was. So,
This is interesting. I feel
but
like I'm
yeah.
on John Deloney, the show we're talking about. What is your inquiry today?
So, my inquiry, kind of related to that, would be, I'm still kind of like in the can't get into the mindset of a single person. I mean, I've been with her since I was 20, so 16 years. You've both, I mean, I don't know if Dustin has, but Jaffe and you, I know, have had issues with, or not issues, but experience with separation in the past. So, what do you, is there any advice, or what do you think is going to happen, or what should I be trying to do to kickstart my brain back into
What do I think is
single
gonna
person
happen?
mode?
What do I think?
Whoa!
What do I think is gonna happen?
Yeah,
That's what
okay.
set you off?
Because I'm like, well, what I think is gonna happen is you're gonna die alone.
I won't be alone. I'll be listening to Colin talk, I'm sure.
Oh my God, that's too fun.
Look. Okay, you've been divorced for 16 years, or how long you
No,
been
no.
divorced?
Oh,
We
he
were
was with her
together
for
for
16 years.
So how
Yeah.
long
Yeah,
have you been divorced?
separated for 2 years, officially divorced for like 1.
Okay, and it's been 3 years, and you're saying you're having a hard time, what, getting back out and dating?
Just mentally, being just
know.
mentally like waking up and being like, "Hey, fuck her." Like I'm like a lot of little things I do, like I'm like, when I think about moving or doing this or doing that, I'm like, it's hard to do something without kind of thinking about that family unit, I guess, if you know what I mean.
Because you're a fucking dad, moron. Where else would you? Where are you thinking of moving?
Well, I mean, not even just them, not even just my kids though. Like it's like,
Where do you think you're gonna move? What have you? Do you live close to your kids right now?
Yeah, but that's kind of where I'm at mentally right now. Is I want to move away. I want to.
No, you don't. You fucking stay, and you stay where your kids are until they're grown and they're raised. That's what a fucking father does.
Do you have to though? I mean,
You don't have to, but you're going to be a shitty fucking dad, and good luck having them in your life later. What a selfish question. You fucking settle your ass down. You follow your dreams. The world's a small place now with the internet, but the idea that you're going to sit there and do I have to? Do you get to, motherfucker? These are your children.
16 and 10, you said?
Yeah.
You don't have that much more time, right?
It's not a prison sentence. These are your fucking children. Get to know them, love them, be part of their lives.
But I mean, I'll be honest. I had kids like before her and I had kids. We had multiple conversations about we're in this till the end. Like both of us were very clear with the fact that unless there's like physical abuse, we were going to stick together until the kids were both 18. I'm very much in the vein of Colin's thinking, and that you owe that to those kids to shut the fuck up and provide them with a stable home.
You don't have to be married. Sometimes the best thing to do for kids is get divorced to show them that sometimes things don't work out, but you're still there as a unit for these children.
I disagree. The best thing to do with a kid is provide them with
Give a shit if you disagree. You're debating whether you should skip town. You're not in a position to be having an opinion at this point on anything.
But my point is, right, she broke our arrangement. I don't feel like I should have to impede my happiness just to be subservient.
Okay, and what I would say, this is the last I'm
calls.
going to say, and then I'll let Dustin and Colin wrap the call up. Let me explain something to you. If your happiness is impeded by being around your children in a meaningful, consistent way, seeing them at least once a day, then the issue is you.
No, I don't see them once a day. I mean, it's a visitation thing, and they're not.
You should see them once a day. You should be in their life.
I can't. We're both too busy, and their mom is a total bitch. Like that's a lot.
Okay,
of
then work it out. Then you need to be the bigger man and work it out.
Are you listening?
Huh?
Yes. I was saying, Lockboard, are you listening?
You need to work this shit out. And even though maybe she fucked around on you, whatever, get over it. These are your kids. This is your family.
I don't think. Okay, this I'd like to hear Colin and Dustin too.
I'm done. You know my opinion. And my opinion is be a goddamn father. I'm done.
I can be a dad, but I don't think I have to shackle myself to their whore mother to be a dad. Like, you know, she changed the arrangement. I feel like now I'm free to, you know, serve as a dad.
How did she change the arrangement?
By creating the divorce. Like I was willing to do whatever. Like
so
she
divorced. She wanted the divorce, is what you're saying.
2,000,000%. Yes.
I can't imagine why.
I mean, you don't really know me as a person, though. I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. But I do. I don't know, man. Like we talk about it all the time because I'm obviously greatly injured by it as I was the product of divorce. I was way younger than your kids.
I was too. And that's why I was so anti-divorce. You and I agree 1,000% on that.
Yeah, it sucks. That sucks. I mean, I don't know. I don't know you. You have to do what you have to do. I think Jaffe's right, though, that like you should want to be around your kids, but we don't know. Like 16 years old, it's like at that point, maybe it's, but Jaffe's right in that you're not going to have Jaffe. You're not going to have a relationship with your children in the long term if you don't set the predicate for it now. So if that's not something that's important to you later, but maybe your kids love you and they're fine with this. I don't know. I mean, we don't know. What the fuck do I know? I have a history degree from Northeastern. That's it. That's all I know academically. So you should. Have you gone to therapy? Seriously?
Yeah, I have. And it's not been the most helpful. I mean, it's really, even the therapist, it's just one of those things you have to work through. I mean, part of the issue is because they're girls, they lean more towards their mom. Their mom has warped their relationship with me. So that's a lot of the reason. And I'm not talking about moving to the other side of the country. I live in Georgia. I'm talking about moving to like the Carolinas maybe, or someplace just a few hours away, just enough of a mental reset to just be like, hey, look, you guys all want to turn against me, whatever, I'm out. Still support them financially, of course. If they want me here, I'll be here. But it's like, I kind of feel like I need that. Or if there was anything that you guys could recommend just to get that, that mental jumpstart of a new life, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I won't be as harsh on you. I won't be as harsh on you as Jaffe was, from the perspective of you do have to worry about yourself. Like you have to find a way for you to live. That is relevant and important. I mean, it's obviously essential. It's just a matter of like priorities and stuff like that too. But I don't know. This is a very serious. I love this, by the way. It's a very serious topic, but I have no other insight into it at all, man. I mean, it's your life. But Dustin, do you have anything?
Just know that you guys provide a lot of respite from everything. I mean, when people say that your show helps, it really does. To throw on, a couple hours a day of being able to check out, it's helped a lot through everything.
Well, I'm glad we can be there for you.
Maybe use that time to, play with your 10-year-old. Just a thought.
Jesus Christ.
Do I listen to Punching Up, or do I fucking play a game with my 10-year-old? Hey, Punching Up, hey!
When she's around on the weekends, we're fine. But when she's not and she's with her mom closes them off and tells them all these horrible things. I mean, it's exactly what we said we would never have, which is like that divorce warfare. Colin,
did you do horrible things to your ex-wife? Is that why she's mad at you?
No. It was strictly, she was immature. I was mature.
Mm-hmm.
I was responsible with finances and things like that. She wanted to go out and blow money and.
Okay. Why don't you go to your wife and say this? Did you ever love your wife at one point?
Oh, Incredibly.
Do you still love her? Not in love with her, but do you love her as sort of a family member who's going to be in your life, whether you like it or not, the rest of your life?
Begrudgingly, yes. I want to hate
Then
her.
tell
more
the
than I do.
woman it is time for you and her, for the sake of your kids and your family, to go to some therapy together and work it out. You do not have to be a spouse again. You do not have to agree with the way she spends money. But for the love of your children and for the love of you, fucking get over it. Life is short and childhood is really short. And so go to therapy with her and say, look, we're never going to agree on this stuff, but you know what? I loved her. I still love her. And I want to make this work as a family unit. We can all move on. We can all have new relationships and have our own lives, but we're always going to be a family. Give that to your children, if not to yourself.
That's nice. That's good. And I can't relate, by the way, because my parents did get along. Like,
yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's not a
mine did
component
not.
that that's not a component that I had experienced,
My,
thankfully, because it was bad enough without that.
My dad was a crackhead that busted open our front door, threw me over his shoulder, and tried to physically run away with me at one point during the divorce. So.
Okay, well, that sounds horrible. Go get your shit together and call back.
My
yeah, sorry, Dustin.
We love you, buddy.
I think Colin's right that this sounds like a very complicated situation, and so it's very tough for us to give any like firm, you should do this, you should do that. From what it sounds like to me, you know, you were mentioning your kids having, you know, hearing things from their mom that may, you know, aren't true. I will agree with Jaffe here that the only thing you can control, it sounds like, is that time that you are with your kids. And that time is best spent being the best dad, the best father figure, all those things. Because that's the only thing it sounds like you have control of. And if you go away, then you lose complete control forever. And if you think that there's resentment building up in that time that they're not around you, imagine how bad it is if you're out of the picture completely. So if you want to have a long relationship with your kids, then I would say it's imperative for you to stick around and try to, you know, maybe you can't work it out with your ex-wife or soon ex-wife. I don't, you said it's processing, but maybe that never gets worked out, but you do still have agency in the relationship with your children. So that's something that, like, when, you know, 20, 30 years from now that you think back on like what you could have done different, is that's going to be one of those things. It's like, I should have made it a point to be there in my kid's life. And you will never be able to take that back if you don't do it. So that's my
You're not
advice.
wrong. I guess the mental strain is like 2 out of 14 days I get with them, the other 12 days being in mental anguish. I don't honestly know if it's worth it at times. Like I love them, I want to support them and all that, but it's like those other 12 days I'm kind of stuck in this orbit, this familiar orbit that, you know, all
Go to
this bad stuff
therapy for yourself. Get your own therapist. Work it out, dude. Go to therapy, seriously.
I would say make those 2 days then as impactful as you possibly can. And I don't know what's bringing you anguish on those other days, but I mean, and it's hard for me to speak on a situation I don't have very much understanding of, other than the little bit we've been talking. But it's like, you got to focus on the kids, and if mom's causing issues, you got to disconnect when you can. And like I said, it's got to be about that time spent with those kids. So make that the focus above all.
I appreciate the words, and totally off topic, but Colin, if you ever want to have me on or whatever, talk to me. I'm actually a professional pressure washer, aka power washer, by trade. So
I'll make note. But Randy, I think we've had enough.
yeah, well, I appreciate it, and yeah, this is all your fault, Colin. So
it's all your fault. You're the one
don't come and kill
That's
me.
why
Okay,
he
good
needs
luck.
time off. He's going to drive. Well,
Randy, be well. Good luck to you.
Goodbye, Randy.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
See, Dustin, you're
He's
doing
gonna
the
kill me.
Lord's work.
Me?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
What time is it?
More like that, Dustin.
We're just
I'm picking them out random.
Yeah, we'll do one or two more, and then I do have to go.
All right.
I'm mostly picking names
You guys can keep going if you want, but
I got it. I got a dinner. Let's go with this name because I think it sounds fun. Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank. Hello, you are on Sacred Streaming with Colin, with Jaffe.
How's it going, guys?
Hey,
hello.
Good. What's going on with your relationships?
I'm good. I'm married. I got 2 kids.
Good. And
working.
Do you like your kids?
I love my kids.
Yeah.
That other guy is a piece of shit, and he should spend all his time that he is with his kids because that's what matters.
I hate judging, like, who knows what's going on with that, that situation.
You don't really know. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I like, who am I it's easy to, I understand what he's saying. Like, I actually do understand, like, he's got to live for himself, but
he does. But when you have kids, you also have to live for your kids.
Absolutely.
The kids got to come first, 100%, right? Like, you just got to do that. So that's my vote.
How can we psychologically help you today?
Well, you guys were kind enough to read one of the super chats that I put out, so thank you very much about the games. I just wanted to come on and say, like, I would love to have a Jaffe show 3 times a week and have Colin pop in once in a while. I think that would be great. I don't know what days work or whatever, but I think having a little bit more Jaffe, just like spicing up the sacred symbols, I think would be lovely.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I mean, the thing is I want to do it with Jaffe. Like, I also enjoy it. Like, so I don't think that's the thing I think people are losing sight of, is I don't think it has to be this like this AM radio show that's on from 9 to 12 every fucking day or whatever. Like, I just want to do more things with Jaffe. So I'm totally malleable towards the idea of doing more of these kinds of things, but I want to make sure we're not doing too much and alienating the core audience as well by doing too much, which is a warning we get sometimes. So there's more considerations than just being like, well, there's space, it's like, it's not quite that easy. So
right. And like, has there actually been a lot of Patreon feedback or whatever, or in the Discord about people being like, Jaffe's too wild or whatever?
Yeah. I mean, people, I don't know, Dustin, how you read it. It's like, there's probably a good 10 or 20% of people that really don't like Jaffe, but I think most people not only like Jaffe, but really like Jaffe and would be down for it. I think it would be good for business, and I'm willing to alienate the anti-Jaffe people because I like Jaffe, and I think it's good, authentic content. And I also think the network's broad enough where not everything's going to be for you. You're here to watch X, Y, and Z. Someone else is here to watch A, B, and C. Whatever, it's totally fine. So the feedback's good. It's really just a matter of time. And the one thing we realize, and this is kind of the sad reality, is that for things to do the best on our network, like, I have to kind of be involved with it, or it's going to settle into this other thing that becomes smaller than it probably should be, especially because I think there's an expectation with a lot of our audience that I'm involved unless it's these other shows, so that's kind of a complicating issue as well, but I'm totally open to it. And I'm thrilled people are enjoying it.
Well, yeah, like, I think having just the disparate opinions about a lot of things, right? Whether it's, I appreciate the sacred symbols politics stuff when Jaffe's on. I don't agree with everything he says or everything you say, but it's nice to just hear the different sides of the opinions. And when it comes to games, like, obviously, Jaffe, you're a storied, video game director, and having that kind of cachet to speak on things, I think, is important. And yeah. And then I guess, the other thing is just Dustin and Holly, like, praying for you guys, right? Hopefully,
thank you.
Baby's happy and healthy. Like, I had some troubles with my son when he was born, and it's never fun. Obviously, not as drastic as what you guys initially did, but yeah, I just praying for you guys that everybody's happy and healthy.
Appreciate it. Yeah, everything's very good. We're gonna find out the gender in a week and a half, I think. So, moving along.
My experience is they may decide to change it, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
but sure,
that's true. That's true. Holly's getting pretty. She's getting pretty pregnant now.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. The funny thing though is that she's cool because some women are like, oh, I don't want to be called like, oh, I look fat or whatever. And Holly's like, no, I'm supposed to look bigger. That's good. That's healthy.
That's healthy.
So like every once in a while, like if she's like getting out of the car and I have to help her, I'll be like, boom, 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 boom. And she laughs. She thinks it's funny. She likes it. Well, she tells me
I
she
think
does.
like there's something incredibly cute and appealing about a pregnant woman. You know, like it's the it's like the process of nature. It's actively bringing in the next generation. It's cool that you kind of wear it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, with like my two, like I
It's
was
also
super
kind of
stressed
creepy
out.
as fuck too, though.
but
It's like there's
but
this
yeah, being able
body
to
inside
provide
you.
and like just help more, I think is good, right? Like I enjoyed that part of it where it's like, okay, now I have to like step up and like be more available or do extra to try to like make this transition better. But yeah, like it's a lot of work, but I pray for the best for you guys.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
And I'm so excited to name the baby. It'll definitely, it's going to, once we know the gender, really narrow things down for me.
Right.
Blue Bomber.
Blue Bomber. I don't want to even give any hints about like what it might be. It's going to be a surprise for everyone when we have the naming ceremony.
Fair enough.
All right, Frank. Thank you.
Thanks, Frank.
We'll see you later.
Do I get do I get to hold the do a Simba style?
Right.
And then I say the name. What I do is I say the name 3 times. And I say it, the crowd says it. I say it, the crowd says it. I say it, the crowd screams it.
Right.
You know?
Sounds like a ritual sacrifice.
You guys should make the next Last Stand Media live event when Holly's giving birth. Have her do it on stage. And then Colin comes out and holds the baby up.
Yeah, that'd be good. That could work.
It's going to be very exciting. Very exciting.
Someone in the chat says, it's sex, not gender. Come on, man. You know what I fucking mean.
I don't play those games.
We don't play those games.
Sounds like you guys don't play any games after 2012, right?
Okay, so Colin, you have 10 minutes, correct?
Yeah. Let's do another call.
We have a lot of super chats also.
Oh, okay. So yeah, all right. So let's
we got to really zip through these super chats for 10 minutes even. So
sure.
You want me to show you how to do it real fast?
Yes.
I really can't. I don't
upset
have
again.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead, Jaffe. Ready? Here's the first one for you.
Give me the first one then, because I got to make sure I can see it, because I'm not on OBS with you guys, so I don't know.
Pizza for Dustin and Holly is the first one. You're just in the list.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do it, Dustin, because I'll miss.
I need to do it. Okay. All right. This is a $50 super chat that says pizza for Dustin and Holly. Thank you. And that goes straight to Colin's wallet, which eventually will trickle its way down to me. Trickle down economics at last.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
But thank you. Appreciate it.
I appreciate everyone. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say Holly lactose intolerant, but we can get her some breadsticks. But yeah, go ahead, Colin.
Well, I was going to say I appreciate everyone's support. I want to be clear. This is not like a massive money printing operation for us. I really just enjoy doing this. You know, so it's not like I'm just like pocketing the money for myself. It is just going in a fungible pool that everyone's paid out of. But
if I ever do get a live show on here, keep the super chats coming.
No, I appreciate it. The super chats are great. You know,
yeah.
Thank you for that.
Astro Parrot King says P Turtle knows no bounds. Is Dustin P Turtle?
Oh, is that the guy on your chat that?
Yes.
Well, because I remember being on your show and he like was surprised that I didn't know who he was. And I'm like, I don't know who you are.
Just like, you didn't know who you are. God damn it! It's out of his mind.
I remember
out of his fucking mind.
Now I know who he is.
GZA with a $20 super chat says Jaffe roasting Dustin is the best content LSM has ever done. Well,
a lot of thumbs up on that.
Oh, I didn't know you could do thumbs up. I don't see it.
I'm in the if you go to like the chat window on YouTube and then go to fan funding, you can see them. I'm following along with you like we're in class together and you're reading aloud.
Right. Yeah, well, he says as ever done.
Yeah,
missing an H, so maybe figure yourself out there, GZA. But thank you for the $20 super chat. Machine XP says more Jaffe, please.
Working on it. Jaffe, doesn't it feel good to be so loved?
Yeah, but there's a point where it's just performative, and if it doesn't translate into a show, I don't care.
Jesus Christ, man. I didn't realize our relationship was so transactional. Dustin, next.
Oh, it's not. I'm mad at Dustin, not you.
Thank you.
It does. No, it's a delight. And look, end of the day, seriously, about the 20%, you must know. Look, I don't take it serious. And I do think there's a real thing, whereas if you are beloved by everyone, you're really not loved by anyone. And that sucks, but I would love for, here's what I'll tell you. I think a lot of people get me wrong. And maybe over time they'll start to realize they don't really understand, because I'm a very affable, nice guy. But anyway, I hear you. It feels good, Colin.
You are an affable. I agree. I know exactly what you're gonna say, like what you're implying.
Yeah.
Because I feel the same way about myself, and I feel the same way about you.
Yeah, there's no hate in my heart for anybody, even bad guys. I'm just like, I feel for everybody, you know. I'm like Jesus.
I'm a really soft person. Like I totally feel what you're saying. Like I'm a very soft, sensitive person for others, like empathetic towards others. I don't think it reads because I'm very flat and dry.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It is what it is.
Hollow Point says, Dustin, 10 to 15 minutes on the overuse of the word slop. Use this moment to plead with the word to stop using it, as the word has now become slop itself.
Agree. It's so gross.
Yeah, it's true. It is true.
It's true. I don't think I can give you 10 to 15 minutes. We don't got time for that. But you got to save your slop usage for when it really accurately applies. Because, you don't want to over slop the word slop. Thank you. DCD328 says, Jaffe is the best. Thank you.
He is. Thank you.
Thank you.
JS Dylan Schneider says, canned bread for Micah / Colin Stir.
Oh, canned bread's so I didn't like it at all. But Michael loves it. And she'll be glad to invest in more.
Death Metal in Your Face says, we got to do this once a month or bi-monthly.
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely do this more. I'm having a great time. This is a lot of fun. And it's easy. It's really not a challenging thing.
Bi-monthly is every 2 months or twice a month?
I was just thinking the same thing. Like bi-monthly to me reads every other month.
Yeah, I don't understand bi-month. I've never understood.
Twice monthly would be, right? Like, yeah. I agree with you, though. I don't know exactly what the literal meaning is.
Yeah.
I'm going to have Jaffe help me how he said it. For Yuko is how he said it, I think.
Oh, for Yuko, right.
For Yuko. Seconded, this is prime content. I can't go any higher on Patreon to help pay for Jaffe.
Awesome. Glad you guys are loving it. Yeah, we'll work it out.
Yeah. Hey, Dustin, how often you get your period?
Not as often as you, bitch.
Right.
All right, keep going. Sorry. You just look so tired. I just want to give you a hug through the screen. Oh, Lord.
Dustin, you're doing a great job.
People forget that I have control of the stream.
You're doing a great job.
You're doing great.
Trent Miller with the next $10 super chat says, I love these Collins. Never know what you'll get. You certainly never know what you're going to get.
Dustin especially doesn't know what he's saying.
Jake Starr says, best stream ever. Thank you. For Yuko says, I thought I was done with super chats, but fucking goal.
Thanks. Now you're done.
Now you're done.
Thank you for your donation.
Solid Duff says, internet is forever. Kids will hear this.
This is exactly what I was saying about John Deloney. That's all out there for that guy now. Like he's the guy talking about his kids.
Oh, right. That's terrible. Especially with AI and shit. They can just parse it already.
Yeah, just ask the AI to find any references to.
Yeah. Quadalog says, come on, it's God of War and the boat scene for the kids.
What's the reference?
God of War and the boat scene for the kids?
God of War and the boat scene for the... Because he was asking what games you would show your kids? Is that what...
I wouldn't show them that. Come
on. Andy Cap says, Randy and Jaffe show. Randy was the name of the guy that...
Randy, that would be awesome. Would you want to do a show with Randy?
Sure, why not?
Badulin Meyer says, who all just learned the groundhog's home was called Gobbler's Knob? I did know that. Because I watched Gobbler's Knob.
I thought it was Knock for some reason.
Gobbler's
Did you
Knob.
see the picture today, though, of the guy holding
right.
the groundhog? And he's got this not giant, but this big red scrape on his arm. You can tell that the guy did not want to be picked up.
Yeah.
But the AP photograph that went out was like a nice close-up of the groundhog. And he's holding it. And it's like,
oof.
Yeah.
What did he say? What did the groundhog see?
Winter. 6 more months. 6 more weeks.
Feels like it.
That's it for super chats. I don't know if Jaffe's handler is around to take him in for his nap and get his pills. So
already had
I
my
don't know if we
pills.
should stop here or
Yeah, stopping here is fine. It works.
What are we? What I always like hearing about Colin's Friday night plans because they sound so fancy. He gets high and then he goes out to dinner. What kind of dinner are we having tonight, Colin?
It's Monday night.
Today's Monday.
Yeah.
I've gotten
Where's the
really
handler?
bad about that. I've gotten really bad about knowing the
Yeah.
days. You're right. It is Monday. It feels like Friday for some reason.
Well, because we usually record on later in the week. We don't usually
That's
do
probably
this,
what
this
it
early.
is. All right. Well, whatever. Whatever.
I have a therapy appointment at 4:30, and then I'm gonna, I don't know, take the dogs for a walk maybe.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, that's it. Nothing too crazy.
I have my peanut butter and my banana. I'm ready for my snack now.
Oh, there's the handler. Yeah. That was good.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun, Jaffe. I hope you had a good
Yeah.
time. We'll have you back.
I had a
in the
great
coming
one. It was
weeks.
a great deal of fun. Thank you guys. And thank you, Dustin. Seriously, joking aside, thank
No
you for putting it all together. Thank you guys for watching and the super chats and the calls, man. That was a lot of fun. As you guys know, as I always say, you guys call, I'll come running. So if you want to do a show, if you want to do it bi-monthly, whatever the fuck that means.
I'm still emailing both of your addresses, by the way, to get you. Should
Just
I
give
go back
me
to
the Google one, the Jaffe Games or whatever it's called.
Okay,
That's-
Google.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
All
Cool.
right. Fellas, thank you guys for having me. I really do appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you all out there for being here. Dustin, any final thoughts before we go?
Final thoughts. Yeah, during the stream, I remembered I have a family birthday dinner at 5.
Oh, okay.
So that's nice. It's kind of nice to go out with family, hang out.
It is.
Early.
It's dude, yeah. Oh, it's my grandparents. So
Yeah.
it's 5 o'clock. Do I order a beer with dinner? They're not drinkers.
Where are you going?
It's this place called Rachel's Roadhouse. It's like a local chain.
Like steak or what kind of food is it? I mean,
it's like bar food, but fancier.
okay, well then, yeah, you should get a beer.
I'm thinking a Guinness might be nice. I know they have
wow.
it there. You like Guinness?
It's it's fine, but it's very heavy.
Yeah, you don't want to drink it all the time or in the summer.
I couldn't imagine. I would be like, if that was the beer I drank, I'd be like 700 pounds probably.
Oh yeah, yep. I'm thinking maybe
60.
maybe a nice Guinness tonight. That sounds good. But that's it for me. Just hanging out.
Cool. Well, we appreciate everyone out there being with us. This will be available alive in VOD for you to check out. Lockmore will probably have a field day with it as well. Who knows what will come out of that? But Jaffe, thank you again. Dustin, thank you again. Be well, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.